have here concerning what is going on between Wummi, Mohbad, and all. Welcome to my channel. God bless you.
Patterns to this person. Wọ́n wá nípa àwọ̀dì sí olóyọ I legacy live on, his legacy live on, his music live on, his kìíní kan.
Ọ̀pàyàn tán ó ní legacy lives on. Ìyẹn ò lè kú orí o, kò lè ní kú orí máa kú at last, ẹ máa wo.
Can you imagine?
Lawyer Temu, you said Polo is doing this for next election. Which English will Polo use to talk to people? Lawyer Temu on the comment section.
Which election?
She said it in the comment section. Lawyer Temu said Polo is doing it for next election. English only Polo says my people.
I want to mute my mic. What's sad, girl? I really.
You're welcome, Daddy Tomomi Jumi. You're welcome.
Yes, sir. I quit to sound. No, I want to you and if you work bow.
Amen. No, it's serious.
Yes, sir.
This way. When somebody gives award, imagine.
Sir?
When they give award to a killer,
ṣé mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ìgbà tí ọmọ Ìyábọ̀ tó ṣèyàwó tí Wùmí ò dẹ̀ rírú ẹ̀ ṣe tẹ́ bá rí níjọ́ ìyàwó yẹn bó ṣe ṣe wọ́n wá wò pé kí ni nǹkan táwọn náà lè gbé jáde tí gbogbo ayé náà fi mọ̀ pé Wùmí ṣe nǹkan òun ni àwọ́ọ̀dù òfò tí wọ́n lọ gbà yẹn pé ó kú oríire ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ rere tó pààyàn àwọ́ọ̀dù tí wọ́n gbé fún nìyẹn àwọ́ọ̀dù nǹkan tí wọ́n gbé fún ni ọmọ tó wá dá àwọ́ọ̀dù náà ọmọ tí wọ́n gbé àwọ́ọ̀dù fún sẹ́rí pé ńgbà tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ó ń sọ pé ní orúkọ ti tòun àti ti Liam because Mohbad ò sí nínú ayé wọn ó ti mọ̀ pé òun náà lòun pa so ìgbà tó dẹ̀ ṣe tán ó ní kán wá gba trọ́fì yẹn náà ló wá gbà lọ́jọ́ tèmi yìí èyí tí àdúrà gbà ẹ rí i pé àdúrà náà kò lè wò kí ńgbà tó ń ṣe gbogbo àtìgbà tó ń play fídíò Mohbad Wùmí ò lè wò because tó bá tiẹ̀ wo kinní yẹn spirit ọmọ yẹn máa wọnú ara ẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni tó bá jẹ́ kó ó ń wo kinní yẹn direct ni Ọlọ́run mọ̀ pé spirit Mohbad máa wọnú ẹ̀ ni bẹ̀tù náà ti mọ̀ ó ní ò jẹ́ kó lè wo kinní yẹn direct ó ní tó bá wò ó direct wàláhì Wùmí máa ya wèrè níbẹ̀ yẹn because àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé mo máa ń try láti wọ orí program yìí alẹ́ tí nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì kan dá ni mo ní kí n sáré join pé kó tó tún fi bákọ̀bákọ̀ tó èyí tí Wùmí gbà yẹn ìyàwó tí ò ṣe bíi ti ọmọ Ìyábọ̀ òun ló jẹ́ kí wọ́n bá organize ìwé yìí náà pé káwọn náà fi gbòkìkí fún un in fact wàláhì ìjọ tí wọ́n ń ṣèyàwó ọmọ Ìyábọ̀ yẹn ẹ̀mí mi sọ fún mi pé wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ṣe nǹkan kan fún Wùmí náà tí wọ́n fẹ́ pé kán ṣàfikún gbòkìkí ẹ̀ pé nígbà pé kò rí ìyàwó ṣe ṣó ti yẹ yín òun ni irú nǹkan tí wọ́n wá gbé fún yìí pẹ̀lú àwọ́ọ̀dù tí wọ́n láwọn gbé fún ọmọ àlè tí wọ́n gbé fún ọmọ àlè àwọ́ọ̀dù yẹn náà lójú ayé wa gbogbo wa àníkù àníwọ̀n íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ò dẹ̀ ní forget bó ṣe máa rí náà nìyẹn tí Liam wà jáde pé àwọ́ọ̀dù ikú tí ìyá òun tó fi pa bàbá ní bàbá step father òun lélẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbé fún ọmọ yẹn náà ló máa táṣìírí ẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn ṣe tọ́jú orí àdúrà ni mo wà lálẹ́ wàhálà spiritual ọmọ yẹn ló máa táṣìírí Wùmí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń fọwọ́ bò sí tí Wùmí sá.
Continue, Mommy Jumi, continue.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí Wùmí ń ṣe é sí tó rò pé bóyá òun ṣe òun mú jẹ àṣepamọ́ ló ń ṣe àṣegbé kò sí fún un gbogbo àwọn ẹni tó bá lè wò kán wà lẹ́yìn Wùmí gbogbo àwọn tó bá lè wò kán wà lẹ́yìn Wùmí sá má kí lẹ sọ ma.
Carry on.
Mo dúpẹ́ bu yín o, mo pè yìí, ó ń bu yín o, ó ń bu wọn, ẹ drop mo dúpẹ́ yìí.
Ó ń bú mi.
No, carry on, please.
Okay, gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n lérò pé àwọn wà lẹ́yìn Wùmí lénìí, ẹ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ọba adákẹ́dájọ́ ó máa ṣèdájọ́ wọn, ó máa ṣèdájọ́ wọn. Ṣẹ́ríjọ́ kan mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Síríìtì ìwádìí kò ń sọ fún mi pé ọmọ yẹn ó lóun ló máa tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí gbogbo nǹkan tí Wùmí ṣe. Ọlọ́run ni mo fi ṣẹlẹ́rìí. Ó ṣe ń lì sí lójú ayé Wùmí sí.
Ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí náà.
Ó ti tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí.
See my daddy's car.
Ó ti tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí. Bẹ̀tí lójú Wùmí sí. Àwọn ọmọ kókó láwọn ń gba yìí ni àbáwọn ṣe nǹkan kan ní. Ṣó ti yé ẹ̀sìn gbogbo èyí tó ń ṣe yìí kò tí ì ṣẹ̀sìn. Ọlọ́run mọ̀ pé kò tí ì ṣẹ̀sìn. But ọmọ yẹn bí wọ́n ṣe sọ náà ni pé kò ní kú kò ní rùn. But ọmọ yẹn ò ní súre fún láyé. Torí pé kí ni ó fi ọmọ yẹn ó bí sáyé ó dẹ̀ fi ń ṣe ẹ̀sìn torí pé nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ gbà nílé ayé pé ó fẹ́ kógun ológun lọ. Bẹ̀tì Wùmí kò sí wọ́n fún Mohbad àti ẹ̀rí justice gbà ní ọláyè tí mo wà yìí lágbára Ọlọ́run ọlágbórí àdúrà ni mo wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tí mo kàn fi ní kí n dá sí i Mohbad máa rí justice bẹ̀tì Wùmí máa ṣe ẹ̀sìn ó máa ṣe ẹ̀sìn ó máa ṣe ẹ̀sìn ọmọ tó tún wá bí kalẹ̀ lẹ́yìn náà ó ti bá yí ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ náà lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ó ti bá yí ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà because kò sígbà tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn àti àdúrà tó ní èyí tó pera ẹ̀ lépè tó lóhùn àdúrà yẹn. Ìyá Mohbad nǹkan táwọn náà dẹ̀ ń ṣe ní ìsìn tí ò yé ìyá Mohbad ni pé títí èèyàn bá tójú èèyàn bá tiẹ̀ fọ́ ṣé tí ẹ di ni káàtì ẹ̀ ní òun mọ̀ nǹkan kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ náà gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n wá ń sọ àti tí wọ́n ti sọ ní court ní corona court tí wọ́n ti sọ everything tí ìyá Mohbad ò wá ronú ẹ ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ìyá kan wà tó jẹ́ pé tí Mohbad bá ń bẹ láyé gan ni wọ́n bá jọ wà ìyá Mohbad rẹ́dí àti gba ògo Mohbad fún àdúrà náà tẹ́lẹ̀ bá mi láyé. Because ó rò pé àdúrà ipò Mohbad ló máa wà so that bí ayé ṣe ń fẹ́ Mohbad tí gbogbo ayé dìde fún nísìnyí ló ṣe fẹ́ gba ògo ẹni tó ti kú yẹn kó wá gbé fún àdúrà tí ò dẹ̀ yẹ tí ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àmọ́ tó bá yẹ pé ìyá Mohbad dúró ní dúró abiyamọ ni òun ni ò bá lówó jù lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì yìí bí mo ṣe rí ìdẹ o because gbogbo abiyamọ ló máa fẹ́ràn rẹ̀ pé ó dúró ń du abiyamọ àdúrà ó tiẹ̀ móríkọ òkò móríkọ kódà kó máa gbé mo sọ fáwọn èèyàn mi kan lánàá ní kí àdúrà kó tiẹ̀ máa gbé orin tí bọ̀dá ẹ̀ ti kọ ìyẹn Mohbad kó wá máa jólé lórí mo ní àwọn èèyàn máa ti lọ́ọ̀fù ẹ̀ jù pé orí ìfẹ́ tí wọ́n ní sí Mohbad. Bẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rírun nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Wùmí yìí ọmọ yẹn sì máa gbé ṣépè lọ́jọ́ iwájú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà làdúrà sì máa gbé pè ìyá rẹ̀ ṣépè lọ́jọ́ iwájú because ìyá Mohbad nísìnyí kì í ṣe kó fọ̀bẹ sí lọ́rùn kì í ṣe kó fi nǹkan kan síbẹ̀ tí ìyá Mohbad ti bà ayé àdúrà jẹ́ ó ti bà kàríà rẹ̀ jẹ́ nígbà tàdúrà bá wá realize báyìí ó máa pè yẹ ẹ̀ka lẹ́lẹ̀ ni ó dẹ̀ máa ṣépè fún pé mo ṣe realize pé nǹkan ẹ̀yin gan lẹ́pa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ kọ́ kalẹ̀ lẹ́nìí ojú ló pẹ́ sí bẹ̀tì kò pẹ́ níwájú Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe yìí n ò lè rí mú jẹ ìyá Wùmí ó ti gba nǹkan tó wá gbà bó ṣe bá wọn pa Mohbad gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe bẹ̀tẹ̀ àwọn ìjọba wa ni gbogbo nǹkan tó kàn ṣe fún bàbá Mohbad tán sọ pé wọn ò tètè wọn ò ṣe kinní kan ó máa ń dùn mí pé ṣojú àwọn ẹni yìí fọ́ ni especially irú bọ̀dá olórí ẹbí àdàgbàmọ́dánú. Wọ́n ń pè ọ́ lórí ẹbí òórí inú létò.
Mr. Bukata lẹ́ ń ké sí.
Wọ́n ń pè ọ́ lórí ẹbí òórí. Wọ́n á mú nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ máa jẹ. Ẹ mú nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ máa jẹ. Ẹ torí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ máa jẹ lẹ́nu ẹ̀bà nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ máa jẹ nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ máa jẹ lọ́la jẹ. N ò ronú ọmọ. àdàbí á dáa fún bàbá bí bàbá Mohbad ṣe kọrin o àdàbí yẹn ó máa dáa fún gbogbo wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run torí bàbá yóò ṣe wọn kúrò wọn ṣé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń bú bàbá yìí ṣé wọn ò fi kéèyàn tiẹ̀ mú pín lásán kó má mú iná kó mú pín kó fi kúnra rẹ̀ wò kó wá wò bó ṣe máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tí gbogbo wọn ò lè ronú bákan náà òun ní nǹkan tẹ́ rí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi ń bú bàbá yìí tán fi ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tán ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àdàbí á dáa fún wọn àdàbí á dáa àti èyí tí wọ́n ń pè ní Yọ̀mí ìkà ìdá tẹ́ bá rí ṣe fẹ́ gbọ́ kí ni wọ́n tún fẹ́ gbọ́ ju wo olè tó ń wù lọ kí náà tún fẹ́ gbọ́.
kòkòrò jowójowó lẹ̀ kú sí i.
kí náà tún fẹ́ gbọ́. àwọn eléyìí nísìnyí wọn ò wá mọ̀ pé àwọn ti ba kàrí àwọn jẹ́ wọ́n ti ba kàrí Àkórèdé náà wọ́n ti because íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ó máa gbé wá fún wọn lásìkò tán bá ti ní ìdí ẹni gbogbo òṣì tó ń ṣe yìí orí tó mú kiri Wùmí ń gbọ́mọ tiẹ̀ kiri nísìnyí kò fẹ́ kéré òrìn ẹ̀dẹ̀ pọ̀ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ Yọ̀mí ń gbé tiẹ̀ kiri nísìnyí kò fẹ́ kéré òrìn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí bàbá ta ló yẹ kó tí ì bá ṣe pé àwọn ọkùnrin tí ò bá lórí tí wọn ò ronú ọkùnrin kan ló yẹ kó support bàbá Mohbad jù nínú ìrìn àjò yìí bẹ̀tẹ̀ a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ́ ẹ dúró takuntakuntakun tẹ́ ẹ fìgbà kankan yẹ Ọlọ́run ló máa san yín lẹ́san dùnú àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá mi alálùbáríkà tẹ́ wà ń bì àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń kọ́mẹ́ǹtì náà àtàwa tá à ń gbọ́ tọ́lọ́run fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ àti wọlé lẹ́nìí ìyá ayérayé ó máa jẹ Wùmí ẹ mọ́ wulẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá a sọ́dọ̀ la bá a ṣe òun náà ti gbàgbé lébù tiẹ̀ ṣe rí nǹkan tẹ́mi ń bẹ lọ́hùn fún ni pé ṣe gbọ́ ìtàn Jósẹ́fù ànábì Yusuf ṣe mọ̀ pé ńgbà tí ìyàwó ọba parọ́ mọ́ pé ó bá ń sùn àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ni ṣe wà pẹ̀lú ìsà tó parọ́ mọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ọmọ yẹn ọmọ kékeré tí wọ́n gbé dání ó fún ní àṣẹ láti sọ̀rọ̀ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o nǹkan báyìí ni ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ó testify sí bí Líyàmù náà ó ṣe padà tí ó ṣe padà sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Wùmí náà nìyẹn pé ìwọ ló pa bàbá mi tí ìbámu Ọlọ́run á fún ọmọ yẹn lọ́rọ̀ sọ níjọ́ tí ó bá sọ̀rọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run á fún ọmọ yẹn ní ọ̀rọ̀ sọ because nǹkan tí Wùmí ṣe yóò gba ẹ̀san rẹ̀ láyé yóò sì gbà ní ọ̀run gbogbo àwọn alágbára tí wọ́n bá wà ń bẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ó wọlá dédé àsìkò yìí ó máa bi gbogbo wọn wó ó máa bì wọ́n wó ní tí bàbá Mohbad rí àwọn náà máa rí lórí ọmọ wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo wo ò ní fi rú ẹ̀gbá o ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o náà ní kí n bá sọ gbogbo nínú èmi jáwé gbogbo wàhálà wa láti ìgbà tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò ní já sásán lágbára Ọlọ́run àgbà justice lè dùnú fún Mohbad tó náà sì lọ sinmi láyà olúwa rẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run abáwa kí abáwa gàdẹ̀ fi bàbá ẹ̀ lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pé sáwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ náà Ọlọ́run á tún fún wọn ní ọgbọ́n àti òye tí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí tá a fi níyànjú lágbára gbogbo àwọn tán wá da ọ̀rọ̀ yìí rú ilé àtọ̀nà wọn Ọlọ́run á dà wọ́n gbogbo àwọn tán wà ní Ọlọ́run á tọ̀kùnkà ìbànújẹ́ òkúta iná á sọ sínú ilé wọn náà tí gbogbo ohun èdè àìyedè ó máa dàárín wọn rú Ìyábọ̀ Òjó èyí tó ṣe ẹ̀san ni o tó bá rò pé ó ń dùn fún ẹ lẹ́ni Ìyábọ̀ Òjó wàá kà lórí ọkùnrin wàá kà lórí obìnrin abiyamọ ní gbogbo wa àfẹ́ ṣépè bẹ̀tí gbogbo èyí tó ń ṣe lẹ́nìí tó ń ṣe tó ń mú inú ilé onílé tó tú ó mú ìyá Mohbad ó mú sọ́tọ̀ ó mú bàbá Mohbad ó mú sọ́tọ̀ tí ó rọ́mọ rẹ̀ ń bi tó lọ náà wò ó in fact astagfirullah ṣáàkín sáàmù bẹ̀tọ̀ ó kẹsàn-án rẹ̀ tí wọn náà jókòó tó padà jáde sórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì báyìí pé ìkà tó ṣe ó ti kà ẹ́ o lórí ọmọ rẹ̀ obìnrin àti lórí ọmọ rẹ̀ ọkùnrin àdàbí tó bá da gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí rú tó mú Wùmí apààyàn tó mú sí abẹ́ Ìyábọ̀ Òjó tó mú Wùmí apààyàn tó mú sí abẹ́ Ọlọ́run á dáa fún ẹ àdàbí bàbá Mohbad á dáa fún ẹ níjọ́ tí bàbá yìí ń tọ́ ọmọ rẹ̀ bí wọn náà ṣe ní níjọ́ tí mo bí Priscilla mi ní owó kankan lọ́wọ́ 150 àbẹ́lò ló wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ìwọ náà mọ̀ bọ́ sórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ó mọ̀ ń sunkún ó mọ̀ rántí bó ṣe bí ọmọ rẹ̀ bàbá Mohbad náà mọ̀ jáde ó mọ̀ rántí bó ṣe tó àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ Ìyábọ̀ Òjó gbogbo ipò tó bá wà lénìí ẹ̀san ké lórí ẹ̀ ẹ̀san ké lórí ẹ̀ ẹ̀san ké lórí ẹ̀ Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ẹ̀san ké lórí ẹ̀ tó bá wá ké tán nínú ilé báyà bọ́ sí gbangba fún ẹ torí pé ó dánú ilé onílé rú ò jẹ́ káwọn àdúrà ò sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ń bẹ̀. Àdúrà fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, ìyá Mohbad fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, bẹ̀ tó ẹ̀ ń kíìpù gbogbo wọn. Ìyá Mohbad, a kí ẹ pé o kú oríire o. Òní ẹ̀ tó rí ọ̀la rẹ ó máa bàjẹ́. Ọ̀la rẹ, ọ̀sán rẹ, àárọ̀ rẹ tó rò pó dáa, ọ̀sán rẹ ló tún wà yìí. Alẹ́ rẹ ó máa worst fún ọ ní ìyá Mohbad. Torí pé o da ọmọ yẹn nígbà tó bí sáyé, o tún dá lẹ́yìn rẹ̀, o wá ń gba ògo tẹ̀gbọ́n, o ló fẹ́ gbé fún tàbúrò. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ti ń ṣe ilé ayé? Tó bá tiẹ̀ wá fẹ́ ṣe, abiyamọ dúró nídúró ọ̀nà tó dáa pé báyìí ni àwọn ayé ò wá nífẹ̀ẹ́ àdúrà. Àdúrà mọ̀ ti dèpè mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ ìyá Mohbad. Àbọ̀ òfura ni àdúrà ti dèpè mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ o. Bó bá ń dùn fún ẹ lónìí, rántí ọ̀la. Ẹ ṣeun gan ni gbogbo lé o. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o. Àìsàn thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé Daddy fẹ́ jà mí. Kì í yín o, ẹ ṣé o. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ sir.
Thank you, Mommy
Yes,
Jimmy.
sir.
God
Yes, sir.
bless you. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
God
Èmi náà
bless
dúpẹ́
you.
pé mo ti ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti ń gbé mi nínú bọ̀tí pé mo ti rí sọ nẹ́tíwọ̀kì yìí alhamdulillah. Ẹ ṣeun.
God bless you.
Thank
We
you,
are very
sir.
happy
Thank
to
you,
hear
sir.
your voice. So.
Yes, sir.
And that is just it. Whatever
sir.
any man does today, especially in just from body, that person should be expecting results tomorrow. That is it.
Yes.
Whatever you do today, in just from bad. That's why when I look at Yabo, I only pity her children. I pity her children so much.
Ẹ wo ìlú tí mo wà yìí, gbogbo ibi tí mo bá dé báyìí tí mo bá ránú gbà, mo wá tún máa ń pe àwọn òbí mi nílé pé ṣó ti ní nǹkan kan, ó ti lóore kan tẹ́ ti ṣe síbì kan tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. So ó dáa gan kí ẹni tó bá ti bímọ nínú ayé kó máa ṣe dáadáa because ìwọ náà ò ní mọ bí táwọn ọmọ rẹ ti máa gbàǹjọ kan. Tílẹ̀ bá sú báyìí Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Bẹ̀tì yìí tí Ìyábọ̀ ń ṣe lénìí, ẹ wò ó fi pamọ́ ni. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ àṣepamọ́ ló wà, àṣegbé kò sí níwájú Ọlọ́run. Àṣegbé kò sí.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mommy Jimmy, God bless you. And that is just it. Let us all be watchful. Mohbad was not an ordinary man. And that is why he has refused to go down alone. The soil has refused our body. And that is why Mohbad was exhumed. And if they think Mohbad will go back to the soil without Gladiator level of legend, I cannot check my inbox now until I finish the live session. But I will check it when I get off the live. I'm very sorry, I will not be able to check it until I finish. I will do so as soon as I finish the live session, Gladiator level of legend. So that is it. So if anybody think Mohbad will just be buried and the case will just be resolved and Wummi's life will remain the same, and that is a dream that can never come true. That is a dream that can never come true. I'm telling you. It is going to be a tall dream for them to achieve. Wummi's life can never remain the same again. She's a killer for life. Nothing can change that. And that is it. Modupe, you are up here. You want to say something to us? You can unmute your mic if you are there, Modupe. You're not there. 2 minutes 76. Are you there, please?
I thought Modupe want to say something. That's why I come up here. Because it's trying to curse us out. So I'm trying to wait for her to say something.
No, she doesn't have anything to say then. I didn't see any of her comment section, but if she was cutting out people out, cussing out people on the comment section, then she does not deserve to be in that place. So I'd rather drop her.
Yeah.
I didn't see her comment where she was cussing out on people anyway. But I've just drop her. She doesn't deserve to be there. She doesn't have the right to curse on anybody. So if she had done that, then there's nothing she's doing.
Did, yeah,
she was doing at that place.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
That's it. So the truth is, these people can only try. They cannot change the inevitable. And it is inevitable that Mrs. Adebanjo will go down. When she will go down is what we do not know. But Mrs. Adebanjo will go down for killing Mohbad. That is sure, like a judgment day. She can have any political godfather. She can have anybody behind her. But to me, my tongue is for what she did to Mohbad, she will not go scot-free. They can take that to the bank. There is a crocodile. You are welcome. You want to say something to us?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. Starting from the top, I don't even know how to mention the names. Mrs. Elizabeth, Mrs. Tomi, Mrs. Mommy Jumi, Mrs. Rosie Former, and also our Ibu General Gladiator Vengeance. First of all, I would like us not to be distraught or worried about the award nights and the event at the Eddies. We expect that and it's an awarding institution or a music awarding institution like Eddies should do, or we expect this institution to do better and award and present the award to the right person, understanding that there is a situation, an ongoing criminal court case going on, and they should have at least reached out to the parents of Mohbad in the absence of Mohbad, because it is a different thing for them to reach out to Mohbad's dad and for the ones who refuse to come, and not to reach out to him at all, only for him also, just like us, to watch the event on the internet, seeing that the award that was supposed to be presented to Mohbad when he was alive
was given to the killer. Imagine. Imagine.
Was given to somebody who was not just only in the scene of the crime, but somebody who is heavily fingered, a suspect in the death of Mohbad, not just a bystander, not just a witness, not just somebody who is like who was keeping a distance and watching the whole thing from afar, who was not in the house. Somebody who was in the house, somebody who in which the account of witnesses and eyewitnesses indicates that she fought with Mohbad hours prior to Mohbad's death. A prime suspect. The award was presented to the prime suspect, and nobody in that building was showing any sign of worry, concern, disappointment, and to some level, nobody is showing any level of embarrassment that how can this institution that is giving awards to people like Davido, Whiskey, Olamide, and the likes, Why would they take this kind of decision? Nobody, their body language is saying otherwise. And of course, we know that they are pretending. That highlights a level of hypocrisy that is deeply rooted not only in the music industry, but in the Nigerian system as a whole. Thank you, sir. For me, something like this is bound to happen when we live in a society in which hypocrisy is rife, when people pretend to love each other, when they pretend to follow certain values that are at variance with the moral and the human values that we know ourselves, our ethnic group, our race as Africans to be. First of all, the whole scenario of Adura carrying Liam is symbolic. The scenario of she making the speech and Adura keeping mute and not making any speech is symbolic. Those who were with her on the stage, the kind of people that they are, and the type of persons that followed her to the stage is also symbolic. It carries its meaning. First of all, anybody can carry Adura. Sorry, anybody can carry Liam. But the fact that it was Adura that carried Liam, it signified that they needed Adura to mount the stage to act as a representative of the Aloba family. In order to signal their approval of Wummi receiving the award, it's like they will say, oh, after all, now yes, but after all, Adura was there now, and Adura is Mubat's brother. So if Adura is there, then he's representing the Aloba family now. So it's not bad if somebody that represents the Aloba family is there, because in the scenario in which Adura is not there, it's going to raise a lot of dust in the presence of the whole world. But because Adura is there, they're like, okay, Adura is there, okay, so a family member is there, so there's an approval by the family to have somebody represent and accept and also acknowledge Wummi's presence there to collect the award. I'm not sure Adura is going to take, I'm not sure it was Adura that took the Eddie's trophy to the house. I'm sure the Eddie's trophy followed Wummi. Adura, just like everybody who's been used to protect and to, I'm sure that Adura Adura went back home with an empty hand. Wummi went back home with a trophy. Adura carried Liam to signal to the world that the Aloba family has accepted Liam as Mubat's legitimate son, biological son. So like people say, but this child, there is a paternity issue on this child. They say, no, look at Adura now. Are you saying you want them to say you know past the family? Adura don't already carry the pikin now. Now you don't show say they don't accept them. That is the role that Adura has played. Adura, like every other person, is being used even to his own ignorance. He thinks he's going to pull a fast one, because Adura is the kind of person I've studied. I don't know him, but from his mannerisms, he's the kind of person that intends to pull a fast one in the future. But the person those people that is dealing with, they are well versed in these tricks than him, and they know when to deal with it when the time comes. Now, the wolf is Babaloba. They want to first of all deal with the wolf before dealing with the chickens. So, right now, they need the chickens to be their friend. They need Adura to be in the game. They need Adura's mom to be in the game. But why? Because there is a wolf banging their door. There is a wolf roaring every night. There is a lion roaring in the zoo, roaring in the forest, getting ready to tear them apart in the person of Joseph Aloba. So they are scared. But it's too late anyways. Because with the evidences in form of eyewitness accounts of what led to Mohbad's buy, it can now be 80% established that there is a second nurse who came before Nurse Faye came. That's a game changer. There's also an evidence that there is a prior chemical or prior injection administered to Mohbad's body before the second nurse administered paracetamol in Mohbad's body and the other drug that she added. Where did that drug came from? The previous drugs. There was caffeine in Mohbad's blood. There was painkiller in Mohbad's blood. And the painkiller is such that, the type of painkiller is such that the person has to be suffering from some kind of excruciating pain for such painkillers to be administered. And that kind of pain is not the elbow injury that Mohbad had. It's something or an injury of a much more bigger effect, or an injury that could be determined as a deep cut, which is capable of causing profuse bleeding and pain. The account of the driver is also a game changer. The driver said there was a violent confrontation between Mohbad and his wife after the show. According to the words of Mr. Ishak, an infectious anger was in the mind of the driver. It was how Mohbad was being treated by his wife. You know, it's a different thing for you to see two people fighting and you feeling, you're trying to settle the fight. But when you see two people fighting and you are angry at one of the person, and you're angry at one of them, it means that the one person who you're angry at is not fighting with the other person, but is bullying the other person. But you can't do anything about it because it's not your business. You're just a driver, right? Your job is to chauffeur him to the show and ride from the show back to the house. So it's established that there is a fight. And the driver went ahead to say, when they got home, around 3 a.m. in the morning, some persons rushed out of the house to try to get him to use his vehicle to get drugs in the middle of the night. And the driver refused. So, what could make them rush out of the house in such an emergency mode? And in the middle of the night, knowing fully well that most of those chemists or most of those drugstores around the area are closed. What made them rush out and want to try their luck? Maybe to try to knock the doors of the chemist, or to get, or maybe drive into the city to try to see if they can get the drugstore out of panic. What created that panicky mood? It's just like when we were young and maybe when we were in boarding house And there is this one of our colleagues who is asthmatic. Maybe he lost his asthma pump, or the gas in the asthma pump got exhausted, and he had this crisis in the middle of the night, and he was gasping for breath. We all know that even if it is 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and that colleague is gasping for breath, in the absence of the asthma pump or the inhaler, as they call it, we know that we will all rush out and try to call the housemaster. If the housemaster's house is 10 kilometers from the hostel, or whatever kilometer it is, we know we are going to have to run the hostel prefect. We gathered with some boys and we have to run to the housemaster's office, or we run to the first aid office, or to the hospital, to the sick bay, to try to retrieve certain or any form of treatment for that individual that is under crisis, the asthmatic patient. That is akin to this case of Mohbad. There was an emergency, and that emergency is definitely not the elbow injury, because if Mohbad could survive the elbow injury, which was not bleeding profusely from the show, despite all the fight and the struggles in the vehicle, he got to the house peacefully, according to the driver, and then a few hours later, or a few minutes later, there was an emergency. What happened between that time that Mohbad alighted from the vehicle and went to the house, to the time when some boys rushed out of the house to try to get them to use his vehicle, the driver's vehicle. Okay, fast forward in the morning, Wummi came out, and she said, "Oh, she didn't even know that the driver is there. She thought the driver was gone." The driver said, "No, I've not gone yet because I need money to fix my window." Who broke the window? It was Mohbad that broke the window, right? Why didn't she go to the house and say, Mohbad, driver is outside though. She no go pay your driver. You will be saying use and punch window. But I go and pay the driver. She did. She said, okay, right there. She made the payments for the glasses. Some was for the window. Some will say, I don't know. She has some money now. Why can't she pay it for Mohbad? But there was a fight between both of them. And we know that as husband and wife, or girlfriend as boyfriend and boyfriend, we all know that in most cases, the animosity or the silent treatment between couples lasts for quite a while, some time. She did not come out as if she knew that the driver was outside. She came out only to see the driver outside, with the way the driver put out the story or the incident. And then she could not say, Mohbad, the driver is still outside though. She did not even call and say, hello Mohbad, the driver is still outside though. Are you not going to, what are we going to do now? Are you not going to send money? This is what the driver said though, this and that. She didn't do that. She just paid it. The driver left. The next day, Tuesday morning, he got a call and was told to report himself to the nearest police station. He didn't know why. A few hours later, before 12 on Tuesday, he got a call that the celebrity whom he chauffeured to the show and back is dead. 2 hours, 14 hours, 30 minutes on Tuesday, the nurse got a call on that same Tuesday that somebody, the nurse arrived at Mohbad's house 2:30 p.m. and she met, according to her, she met him alive. She administered injection, and then it led to an anaphylaxis reaction. She went out to try to get the drug. Before she came back, they rushed Mohbad to the car. But when she got to the house, before she gave Mohbad the injection, they were cleaning blood, so there were a lot of water in the house. Some people were maybe cleaning, they were doing some house cleaning with their mopping some water all around the house. And okay, she went ahead with to meet the patient. She saw according to her, she made the patient alive. And the patient said in Yoruba, "Are you the nurse?" She said yes. Someone was busy pouring water on her, according to on him, according to her, according to the nurse. And she asked, "Why are you pouring water on him?" She said, "That's how we usually pour." Well, the wife said, the girlfriend said, "That's how we usually pour water on him. That's him. That's how we usually pour water on him." Okay. And she even said that she wanted to give the guy drugs. She wanted to administer, I think maybe first aid or maybe drugs on the person. But I think, according to the CTC, that the wife, that the girlfriend, she said she met, according to one account that she made, I think it was her mom, her friend, that she said when she got there, they met some injections, some ampoules at the scene, but it was still sealed. They've not opened those injections when she got there. And then she was told that each time Mohbad gets into this mode or situation, that they usually administer injection on him, which is why she brought the injections that she brought. But when she administered the injection, it created or caused anaphylaxis reaction. Then they had to go out. Then she had to go out and one other guy before she could get back with the injection that she bought. She got a call that Mohbad, something has happened in the house. When she got to the house, she got some people carrying Mohbad into the vehicle. Then it became an emergency, according to her. So then they got to the hospital. Mohbad was pronounced dead on arrival. Then at the end of the day, the point is, according to her, 4:30, Mohbad has already died. 4:30, he was confirmed dead at both hospitals. But prior, a few hours prior, the driver said that he got a call that the person whom he chauffeured was already dead. And then she came to see somebody who is alive. So who did she meet at the scene that was alive? That's a coma. The doctor said that when he saw Mohbad, that Mohbad was so dead that he had black spots on his palms and also on his feet. That they were, his teeth was gnashed, his tongues was rolled up, his body was pale. His eye, according to the parents' medical reports, his eyes were fixed and dilated. Certain parts of his body had rigor mortis. There was no pulse at all. Even if people die, if someone died now, at least there will still be pulse for the next 20 minutes in the person's body. But there was no pulse. Everything was gone, dead like a doornail. Of one important observation was that his eyes were fixed and dilated. When they say someone's eyes is fixed and dilated, it means that the pupil that we see when you are alive, your pupil is black and shiny. But when the person dies, after some hours, the pupil begins to turn milky. The eyes begin to turn milky. Like there is a milky layer that covers the eyes. That is a fixed and that's a dilated eyes. Now, the fixed factor is the pupil. The pupil is when someone just dies, there is always a reflex action. Still, the reflex action will still be in the person's body. So, if the person is alive and I only touch to the person's eyes, the pupil is going to react to the light. When you take away the light, the pupil gets bigger. When you put in the light or you put the touch on the person's eyes, the pupil gets smaller. But they put the touch on Mohbad's eyes. The pupil was just like you just like it was static. There was no movement. There was no reflex action on the pupil at all. And for the eyes to be fixed and dilated, the person has been dead for not less than 19 hours. So it means that Mohbad has already died a long time ago. And we suspect that the drama of the nurse and driving Mohbad to both hospital and all those drama and all those lies and games is just to put an impression that Mohbad died on Tuesday. We suspect that Mohbad has died hours before Tuesday. We suspect that Mohbad died on Monday. And we suspect that the reason why they're trying to pin Mohbad's death on Tuesday was because they do not want us to link the incidents or the confrontation that happened between Mohbad and his wife. They don't want us to link it to Mohbad's death. Hence, the girlfriend in all her interviews has never mentioned that there was a disagreement between her and Mohbad in the car. Because they do not want us to trace that disagreement up to the fact that there was a disagreement and it happened and it continued even when they got to the house. And then there was a likely... I'm sorry, Vengeance. I'm sure. I hope I'm not taking most of your time. Vengeance?
Fire on Gladiator.
Okay, thank you. They don't want us to follow that fight, that event. They don't want us to follow it up until the real stuff that happened in the house. Which is why she's always saying that what happens between her and Mohbad has been a blessing, has been a miracle, has been a blissful relationship in which there is no fight, there was love all through and all those things, and then everything manifested itself in a miracle child and all those kind of things like that. To whitewash our relationship and herself, and to make it seem as though there was no such thing as a violent confrontation between her and Mohbad. And when the videos begin to surface online of her aggression towards Mohbad, our friends and our supporters begin to change their mouth and begin to say, can't husband and wife have a fight? But those videos that surface online, those videos that surface online, in which these fights, which the aggression of the girlfriend towards Mohbad is displayed or exposed. They were not married at that point. Mohbad still had his hair dyed, tinted white, and was still in the marriage record. So why would they say husband and wife is fighting when they are just girlfriends and boyfriends, still at the marriage record at that point, unmarried? Why can't they pin it? Why can't they pick up on that? But they are saying husband and wife are fighting now. No, that kind of fight, that kind of confrontation between both of them is of an aggressive nature. It is not. It didn't happen once. It didn't happen twice. And if husband and wife can fight and can disagree with no problems, why didn't she admit it? That yes, we usually have some, we usually have fights, we have quarrel, we disagree, why is she trying to hide that fact? Because there was a fight on the last day. And that fight, we believe, led to the death of Mohbad. But they are trying to prevent that because they don't want us to pin the cause of death of Mohbad on her. Which is why they staged the nursing, the drama and the scripted events of Tuesday. Back to Adura. Let me play that speech that she made, in which she sent a lot of signal to Adura.
Family. I want to especially thank you for this award. Although Mohbad is not here with us anymore, but he lives on. Because I don't like to address him as my late husband, because he lives forever.
She said she doesn't want to address Mohbad as her late husband because he lives forever. No. I do not want to admit my grandparents. It's just like you saying that you don't want to admit your grandparents is late because they live forever. We know that we are spirit beings in human flesh. We definitely will live forever. We will live forever. After some time, we want to learn 1 or 2 lessons. Then we come back again in human flesh. We spend some time here and we live again. We spirit beings don't die because energy can neither be created nor destroyed. We move from one form to another, from human to spirit, from spirit to this and that. That's it. But on this third dimensional plane that we are, nobody can deny the fact that Mohbad is dead. We can't deny the fact that our late grandparents are late, although we know that they exist in some other dimensions. But in this dimension, they are late, they are gone. But the fact that she's trying to tell the world that she does not want to address Mohbad as her late husband, it shows the reason why she does not want to watch that clip that was being played at Eddie's when Mohbad videos was played and she was, hiding her face. She does not want to look at the screen. Obviously, throwing signals that she's sad, seeing Mohbad's face make her sad. Seeing Mohbad's face. Okay, but there was a point on one platform when Mohbad's song was being played, titled Thief, but you called in immediately on that platform and then you told them to stop playing the song. Why didn't you allow them to play Mohbad's song? Why did you call them and told them to stop playing the song? Is it because the TIWF song applies to you? Is it because the TIWF song, is it because it applies? Or Mohbad is directly talking to you in the song? Or because you are scared of Mohbad's lyrics? Or because you really robbed him also? Yes, because that's what the song was about. The song was about him being robbed. He might be dissing the Milan record, but if the works of your hands, after he passed away, and how you siphoned his funds, how you stole his money, and how you use a song that is not even his to get a GoFundMe and some other financial circles that you've run behind that you run behind the scene at the demise of Mohbad. Definitely, when someone comes online to play on one of your friends' platform, your supporters' platform, when you come online to play Thief, definitely you're gonna feel it. You're going to feel offended. Let me play the song.
They wanted the peace in me. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Cause you wonder, fuck their gunner. In the mercy, I know the loser. I'm fucking Ronaldo, back on now. Barcelona, for the corner. I'm fucking Wasapa. I don't stop to smoke the ganja. You got for the wall. See, Koja, Black, Koba, Jella, Moraz. Rise never going down. We'll see much, but more guys. New fresh, but more fresh. One hero, more sights. In the darkness, I'll be like.
It seems as if most of these songs that Mohbad sang, the girlfriend was more pained at this song even than the Mala record. Because most of what Mohbad is saying in this song is what the girlfriend's family, her friends, her supporters, and her herself have done to Baba Mohbad. Because I've not seen when Naira Marley called Baba Mohbad to threaten him. to insult him and to call him all sorts of names and to curse at him. But of course, the internet is awash with video, with the voice note of the call that transpired between Mohbad's dad and the girlfriend, in which he did not only accuse the man of buying Mohbad and not only cursing the man, but also telling the man that if anything happens to Liam, the estranged son, that the man too is going to meet this exact fate, same fate that his son encountered, unfortunately. So we can see that also the financial schemes as exposed by the girlfriend's elder sister indicates that the girlfriend has run financial schemes on Mohbad's money in the bank. He has taken away, she has siphoned Mohbad's money, and she even has the guts to want to use that towel called Liam to swipe out the royalty from underneath Mohbad's body to a son that is not even confirmed, that she's running away from DNA, hiding away from DNA from. She has the guts to want to get the royalty, and she's just using Adura to unlock whatever money or whatever funds is eating modernization. Adura should not think that the girlfriend is going to allow him to lead modernization. If as long as the Liam is alive, Adura will never lead immunization. Adura is only a placeholder for the time being. When the time reach, the king of immunization, Liam is going to, they will find a way to displace Adura and place the immunization record in the hands of Liam. She does not care of Adura. Neither does she care about Abosede. She cares only about herself and her son. That was why I played a speech at the show. Let me play.
And you know, he may be Mohbad is not here with us anymore, but he lives on. Because I don't like to address him as my late husband, because he lives forever. Especially through our son Liam.
Mohbad did not live forever in his own brother. He does not live through his own brother, Adura, who is also rolling out some songs. Of course, tokenism. Adura just rolled out some songs. We're going to promote you. After all, that's what you want, right? We're going to give you what you want, because right now we need you to eat that corn while we chase away the wolf. So we're going to give you all the corn that you need. We're going to give you all the grasses that you need, because you are a hen, you are a goat. So we're going to give you every we're going to promote your songs and blogs. We are going to give you some with your songs and blogs. We are going to give you some. Be with us, because we have to deal with Joseph Aloba first. He's roaring. He's threatening us. He's scaring us to death. We need you to be with us. We need you to stand with us. So Mohbad is not going to live through Adura, right? He's going to live through Liam. That's a sign to Adura, which I know Adura, because of his greedy mindset or his shallow mindset, or let me say gullible mindset, would not be able to grasp now. Let me continue.
And you know, he may be so young to fully grasp the depth of his father's greatness. But I know and I believe that one day he will know. He will know how his father's voice, you know, how it manifests into people's lives.
Is it about Liam or about Mohbad we're talking about? The award is for Ililuluwa Oladimeji Aloba. Why can't she give one or two anecdotes of Mohbad's life, his vision, his aspiration, his plans, what he wants for the streets, what he wants for average youth, his struggles, what he passed through in his life, his values, the best thing that she remembers about him, the best thing she likes about him. his best food, his best color, his most favorite song or track, his most favorite quotes, what inspires him, what moves him, when is in his best time, when is in his worst time, what is most extraordinary or spectacular about him. Appealing to the governor right there, going on our knees and saying, please, Mr. Somolu, please, we need you to help me or to help us get justice. Why can't she appeal right there to the entire artist, the big artist, the A-list artist to join her in the fight for justice for Mohbad? It's because she does not want justice. It's because the whole show is about putting Liam on the face of everybody once again. Where best or where else can she do that? Because she's not successfully able to do. She has not been able to do successfully in all the interviews that she has been granting. So to force it, to further drive that propaganda down people's throats, because she knows a lot of people watching it, then she made the whole speech about Liam. The award was not for Liam, it was for Mohbad. Talk about the Mohbad. We want to hear about Mohbad. When Michael Jackson passed away, and his family are, having their wakekeeping, and they wanted to make one or two speech about him. Even when Nipsey also passed away and was awarded at the BET or Grammys or whatever, his family spoke about Nipsey also. They spoke about Pop Smoke more. They spoke about Michael Jackson. They didn't speak about the son of his daughter. The award was given to Mohbad. Tell us about him. Appeal to the state governor right there to get the police to do their job and to straighten up their investigation and interrogation and get justice for your husband of your youth. But no, you didn't do that. You made the whole thing about Liam. And of course, we know that that's the reasons why you were there. You were not there for Mohbad. You were not there for Adura. You were there for yourself, to sell yourself out and to sell Liam out, put him down, stuff him down everyone's throats. But as usual,
you will know how his songs bring so much joy, happiness, and courage to people. You will know that his fathers mattered, and it matters. Thank you so much for Hedis. Thank you for shining the light on my husband. Thank you for honoring his memory. Thank you for honoring his legacy. It means so much joy to me, our son Liam, and to the entire.
You see, it's the son. It's just about the son. I don't want us to be distraught. I want us to see the system for what it is. Hypocrisy, favoritism. They favor their own. They're greedy. They're selfish. They're conniving. They're conspiring. They don't care about the right way. They don't care about morals. They don't care about due diligence. They care only about their own people. They care only about their own friends. They are for sale, just like the awards that they give out. They don't care. But most, as usual, all these institutions, with time, they will come and they will go. But the institution that can never be destroyed, that has been set down from the foundation of the world, is the institution of truth, of justice, of fairness, of freedom, and of the right to life, right to justice, right to liberty, and right to the pursuit of happiness, right to free will. These are the institutions that came with the foundations of the universe. Edis will come and go. Lagos state government or Lagos state governor will use his term and it will go. The current president will be on the seat and it will go. Me and you will come and we will go. But the institution of truth, the Bible says, those who build their house on solid foundation, they will never be destroyed. They will never be shaken. All those institutions, artificial institutions, are built on sand, all kinds of sand. They will come and they will go. But the institution that can never be destroyed is that of truth. On which Joseph Aloba stands on. He stands on the truth. He stands on justice. And we stand with him because he is a man of integrity and a man of truth. He's a human being. He has his mistakes. We all have our mistakes too. He who is holy should first cast the first stone. If you like, call him a serial promiscuous man. If you like, call him fake prophet. Call him all forms of names that they can call him just to discredit him. So far, it has not worked. The man keeps saying the truth. What he said from the beginning, that Naira Marley did not kill my son, is right. Most of what he said is true. All of what he said in J4M, everything came to pass. All his enemies, those ones that started, hating on him from the beginning of his fight, they've all clattered to the ground. And those recent group of enemies too, who formed group against him, they fell, and some of them who have been disgruntled, they regrouped and started to attack him again. They fell again. And as recently, we have some, friends who are trying to make themselves the Alpha and Omega and to make themselves the false Messiah of the movement. And in real time, we all see them clattering to the ground. Their relevance dwindling. They are out of content. They are out of gas. They are out of talk. But Mr. Aloba is still firing in all cylinders because he's on the truth. And we stand on the truth with him. And we pray. And we stay. And we restate our stance for justice for Mohbad. Mohbad is gone. The body is at the morgue. The body is not asking anybody to feed it with custard or golden morn or conflicts. It is a case that is in the morgue at the moment. It is protected, and it is not a place where anybody can have access to. It is preserved in line with the normal way in which the normal medical procedure in which a body is being preserved. And all those talks about him being in a car, in a brown paper rolled up like a weed, all kind of things, we all know why they are peddling such kind of narratives. And they keep regrouping, they keep falling, they keep coming, they keep regrouping, they fall, they come, they regroup, they fall again. But Mr. Loba, and we who stand with him, we stand strong. We thank God that these revelations at the inquest has further given us a good account. And we have a son who is able and capable. And we pray and hope that all those of, who started with us, but their mind has been preyed upon by all those wolves and agents of disruption could have a rethink and rethink and themselves and reaffirm their stance for justice for Mohbad. So we stand, and because of that, I want to proclaim once again, just every one of us has in our minds, that Mohbad must get justice, not only because of him, but because we do not want a repeat. We don't want a recurrence like this in our society anymore. It's a spiritual battle. It's a social battle. It's a battle that we cannot afford to lose. So we are going to stand for justice for Mohbad. We are going to get the justice, and we are going to prevent and preempt all kinds of attitudes or behaviors like this in our society, because we don't want it to happen in our society anymore. That is why we are here. We should stand for the truth. We should stand firm, support each other, and we should also take care of our health, because rest in peace to those who passed away. Let's take care of our health. When it's time to sleep, we sleep good. When it's time to eat good, exercise. Let's reduce excess sugar from our diet. Let's reduce excess seed oil from our diet. Let's fast more. Let's drink more water. Take part in more exercises. Play more football, badminton, table tennis, sprinting. Let's involve more in sports. And let's ensure that we sleep, we fast, we eat good food, eat good vegetables, reduce all forms of processed food, adulterated drinks from our diet and eliminate them. Drink more smoothie, reduce alcohol intake, Yes, and let's in the other room, let's also be very active. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to go to. But thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak, though. Thank you very much. Let me stop here. Mr. Vengeance.
Thank you very much, Gladiator Crocodile. You have actually dissected and you have brought out the main points of the whole thing. And God will continue to bless you. We really appreciate you for all that you do for justice. God will not fail us, and Mohbad must get justice. No matter their games, God is watching them from a corner. And God does not actually run before he catches evil men. Evil men will actually go and meet God where God is seated. God doesn't run before catching evil men. And that's why God is watching Wummi Adebanjo, watching the Edis, watching Yabonjo, watching Sanwo-Olu, watching Saidi, watching the judiciary, watching the police officers, watching all of them. And God will pay them accordingly for the rules they have played in justice of Mohbad so far. God will pay them seriously. God will not fail us. I believe in it, that God will not fail us. No matter how weary or how tiring it may be, but God will not fail us. God will expose these evil men. God will make them vulnerable, strip them of their supporters and support, and God will destroy their plan. And that is it. God will not fail us. Thank you very much. January 870 is still busy, have we? We can have Ebonalade. Are you there? You want to say something? You said the request and you came up. Ebonalade? No. Okay. Let's listen to Amonjokem as our side distraction.
Unfortunately, àwọn ibi tójú tí wọ́n wà, àwọn kan tó ojú wọn wọ̀, ó kì í ṣe ibi tí tójú àwọn public wò nìyẹn. Anyways, ẹ má jẹ́ kí ẹjọ́ mi pọ̀ jù. Nǹkan tẹ́mi kàn rí nínú ọ̀rọ̀ justice of Mohbad ni pé ó ti bìyú tó bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ family yẹn lásán ni kì í ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ ká kẹ́nìkankan dá sí mọ́. Bọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ justice of Mohbad, ọ̀rọ̀ society wa ni. As a matter of fact, ṣe rí ibi tó bá wà dé yìí, ìyẹn gan ló yẹ ká wá fi sán ogun, ká kéèké gbogbo wá fi lé sí i. Wípé àfi ká rẹ́yìn nǹkan tó wà lẹ́yìn ọ̀rọ̀ justice of Mohbad yìí. I don't know how, I don't know what, and I don't know how.
Mr. Amos. Mr. Amos.
Yes, ma'am.
Sherry, Mr. Amos. Lẹ́yìn ẹ̀kú.
Okay.
Lẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run ọba tó dá Mohbad tó dá òbú wa ní ká fi ọkàn sí iṣẹ́ rọ́rọ̀ tálájì sọ pé ká fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ́ káwa máa wò ṣe wọn ibi tó fẹ́ pàdé. That is the only way out. Ṣé ní tá a bá ṣì wà lórí wípé dọ́dọ̀gbọ̀n àfi ká ṣe níráyè gbọ́ tara yín. Gbogbo ọwọ́ tó ṣẹ́gun sí ló máa jẹ́. Ṣé yóò wá fa tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ kó gbé tẹ̀lé ẹlẹ́rù sórí ni? Ó á ti fà lọ́wọ́ láti 2023 tá a gbẹ́rù ẹlẹ́rù sórí. Ń tá a gbé fódìndí ọdún méjì lọ gbé tí ò so èso rere. Tá a bá wá fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ́, òun rè nísìn fọ́tò Mohbad àwọn lè ṣe ká má lò. Kò sí bá ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́jọ́ kan, a máa make reference síbẹ̀. Ara justice náà nù. Bọ́ pé káṣẹ̀ tí wọ́n máa stress ara wa pé àfi kò sí àfi táwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ bá dìde tó bá fọwọ́ ara wọn yọ̀ǹda justice. àṣírí ni mo ké fún yín yẹn. Àṣì táwọn ẹbí yẹn bá fọwọ́ ara wọn yọ̀ǹda justice. Táwọn ẹbí yẹn ò bá ti yọ̀ǹda justice, àkọ́ńdàmú ara wa. So kí la fẹ́ máa stress ara wa fún? Ó ń ká wa lára jù wọ́n lọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. So ó dàbí pé we are crying more than the bereaved. Ṣé àwa gan ò ní ẹbí tiwa ni? Ṣé àgbòrí táàmù? Ṣé àní tá fẹ́ fowó ṣe ni? A lot of things ló wà. Tá a bá sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ rí òpin, eléyìí á dé, a náà fẹ́ kọ́ gba owó kan, tọ̀hún á dé, wọ́n fẹ́ gba lọ́ọ̀yà, ìmí àtúndé, kọ́ tún gún lọ́ọ̀yà méjì jọ́ìnì mọ́ra wọn. Ìjọ́ òun la fẹ́ ṣe yẹn dà. Kí ni Simons gbọ́ ọ̀kọ́tọ̀? Ṣé wọ́n gbọ́ ọ̀kọ́tọ̀ sọ? Wọ́n gbọ́ mi torí wọ́n hẹ́kò ni wọ́n gbọ́ mi.
Ó ń gbọ́ yín dáadáa.
Ọjọ́ ọ̀la fẹ́ ṣe yẹn gbà. Gbogbo àti wà diaspora, àwọn diaspora ló jẹ́ kí justice for Mohbad ṣì máa move. Àwọn èèyàn ní ìyá ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú òtútù. Wọ́n bá ṣe ń gbowó, wọ́n máa sọ bills nínú owó yẹn lọ́tún máa dá. Wọ́n wá mú owó wọn yẹn, wọ́n wá dá sọ́sà àti gbàgbó ti lọ. Káwọn kan tún wá sọ pé òkè ò lọ́jà ló tún kàn. Láago mélòó?
Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ láfikún ọ̀rọ̀ yín yẹn, níta máa ka ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kún ni pé tí àwọn ẹbí bá ṣe tán fẹ́ justice gangan kan jẹ́ ká gbọ́. A máa dúró ká máa wòran títí dìgbà tí wọ́n bá rí because ó ti jọ pé wọ́n rẹ̀ kí ní ìfẹ́ jọ game nígbà tí wọ́n rẹ̀ dì fún justice. Tó kára máa wò wọ́n, tá a bá wá rí i pé ó ti tó time tí wọ́n fẹ́ tí gbogbo wa jọ rí i pé wọ́n fẹ́ ẹ bá wá ní nǹkan ṣe ń gbà yẹn. But for now,
dáadé má bínú, ṣé mo sọ fún yín ní programu yín?
Ekis kọ́ yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
Àwọn ènìyàn ló pààrọ̀ orúkọ.
Ìwọ ló pààrọ̀ orúkọ dà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni, son of Brian.
Ó ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, Ekis náà máa ń sọ, ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti pẹ́.
Ẹ wò tí ó bá ṣọlá ara wa tó ṣaláìsí ni May 5 kí gbùdùgbùdù sọ kóòdù ni àmọ́ ojú ọlọ́run ṣá.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká
Ẹ fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ̀ for now. Bọ́lá ti ṣe sọ ni.
anybody fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ̀ for now. Ẹ dákun, ṣé wọ́n máa ní kò sí ọ̀rẹ́jọ́ bí nǹkan tá a sọ ta téèyàn bá gba lọ́ọ̀yà sí ta ni lọ́ọ̀yà fẹ́ lò bá dà tí mi ti ẹ̀ sọ pé tí ẹ jọ ṣé bàbá la fẹ́ ràn sí ni àbí Wummi tó ń gba atẹ́gùn tó ń jábàdà káàkiri pàtì. Kò sí iṣẹ́ tí lọ́ọ̀yà fẹ́ ṣe for now. Olúwa ni ó kò sáré kú ni bí wọn mi jọ
Kò sí iṣẹ́ mi ò tẹ̀ fún public o, fún Mohbad kò sí iṣẹ́ kankan tí lè àfẹ́ṣe fún anybody fún Mohbad fún public kò sí. Public tó bá mọ̀ pé justice ṣì wà nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ òun tóun fẹ́ máa wá egungun mọ́rí wá kó. Like I don't get it ṣá mi mọ̀ bí mo ṣe fẹ́ sọ mi mọ̀.
Ó yẹ kó lù everybody. Kò ní ìdíkè bàbá Mohbad kò sẹ́ tó ń bá wọn jà.
Àwọn èèyàn lè ṣáwọn ní wọ́n jẹ eré eléwé. Ìyá Ìbàdàn nìyẹn àbí ìyá ẹ̀wọ̀ nìyẹn tó ti ń pọ́n sínú ewé.
Àkùnrin àwọn ìwé tó máa ń pọ̀ jù tí máa bọ́ lọ ní nǹkan táwọn.
Ẹ̀rí Mohbad tó sẹ́ẹ̀tì pa.
Àwọn èèyàn fún ìfọ̀ àti ọ̀gá ọ̀ nígbà tó ń jà bí àbá yìí ti ń gbà bí àbá
àwọn akéyàwó káyọ̀ máa wà lẹ́fọ̀ọ́. Ọkọ àmẹ́ ní pé a ti try. Èmi náà wà lára àwọn tó fi pé a gbọ́dọ̀ relent láti keep at it. Mo ṣe rí recent developments àwọn nǹkan tí mò ń rí lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. Ó fẹ́ sùúrù. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti wá clear nísìnyí pé tí family yẹn ò bá jáde tán pé àwọn fẹ́ justice at all costs. Ní ìpè ká bá wọn dá sí nínú.
Fámìlì lẹ́yìn fòdì a máa wò kó tó máa ṣe.
Wọ́n ṣe rí fámìlì yẹn, àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní philosophy kan. Tí wọ́n bá tiẹ̀ ń pọ̀ sí case, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ àwọn fámìlì tó wà involved. Tí wọ́n bá rí pé fámìlì ò yáwọ́ sí kinní yẹn. Wọ́n máa dá a dúró. Please so down, máa gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu wọn.
Máa
Kẹrin tí police bá ti rí pé family ò dá sí èmi náà ti ní case pẹ̀lú police rẹ̀ nígbà tí mo lọ ní tọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad tí mo lọ bí wọ́n ní alágbọ̀n wọ́n ní madam ẹ ṣáà mọ bí family yín ṣe gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ti case yín gbà yẹn torí ẹ̀ láṣìírí justice. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ rí bí Timothy ṣe tiẹ̀ àwọn family ẹ̀ dúró tán kò sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó ń wẹnu sí family lára. Ṣé rí àwọn family tó wà involved nínú kéèsì kò wọ́n ní àwọn ni wọn ò fẹ́ justice. Wọ́n táwọn ọlọ́pàá ń sọ láàrin ara wọn nìyẹn. Pé wọ́n ní àwọn family gangan ni ò fẹ́ justice àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ló máa ṣọ́ igbó dídí.
Wọ́n lọ máa kọlẹ̀kùn wọn kọ́ máa
ṣe ibi tí wọ́n bá ti fẹ́ máa ṣíwèé débi tí nǹkan wà àwọn family ò ní sọ̀rẹ́dà wọ́n máa blọ́ọ̀kì wọn ni wọ́n yẹ kí ṣe ọlọ́pàá gan wọ́n ṣe ń blọ́ọ̀kì wa náà máa blọ́ọ̀kì ọlọ́pàá. So àwọn náà dẹ̀ náà ń ta fún everybody pé police ò ṣiṣẹ́ the same police tó ti unravel so many cases after ti Mohbad wọ́n ní àwọn alágbára kan ló wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn kan ní kinní kan fine. One or two lè wà tán ti tap at the beginning but ká ní pé àwọn family yẹn dúró tán pé àníṣe afẹ́mọkú tó pọmọ wa kò sí alágbára náà ní Nàìjíríà àìsàntúrì kò sí alágbára náà pẹ̀lú bí gbogbo public ṣe dìde fún Mohbad nígbà tó kọ́kọ́ kú tí family náà tún á dìde pé àníṣe afẹ́mọkú tó pọmọ wa dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé.
Wọ́n ti ju bọ́ǹbù yẹn lẹ̀ fọlọ́pàá.
Wọ́n ti jùlẹ̀ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ wẹ̀yìn. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá ò ní lè bò kéèsì ṣe rí ọlọ́pàá gan even tí ọba ń lo ẹsẹ̀ tó ń fún wọn lówó tó ṣe ó ní àwọn iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n láti ṣe by all means wọ́n á wádìí òótọ́ yẹn wọ́n á mú dání ná wọ́n á lè má release ẹ̀ o wọ́n á mú wọ́n á dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí òótọ́ lọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ pé òótọ́ yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn anytime náà dẹ̀ lè release ẹ̀ torí tí ọ̀gá kan bá pè fún tí ẹgbẹ́ tó kù sí tó bá ní pé kéèsì wọn ò fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀la náà máa declare nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ fún pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad. Because our Nigerian police, they are well trained, they have the experience. One more forensic can be willing. Inshallah, to an investigation bureau, to make document, to make phone now, people will analyze it within 45 minutes. I'm telling you, what you do was like to lock back for weeks. Timo de Riboshe, I want them to sit to Ribai. They know what they are doing, but only when they are allowed to do it. And if they see the cooperation of Anthony case, because anything you can provide information for local, then block information, then follow up. I need 3 different scenarios. Okun Monday, Okun Tuesday, Okun Lale, Okun Lana Hospital, Okun 20 minutes after. Oshekini ko gbogbo e da gbogbo e anything they were key to the case. Ele ń parọ́ ìfọlọ́pàá. Ṣé àwọn tá mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí wọ́n pè ń gbà tó Mohbad is dead la fi gbọ́. So you see this thing, if the family cannot stand firm and say we want justice, not by paying lip service, èèyàn lè máa sọ nǹkan lẹ́nu kó má dọ̀kan, èèyàn lè máa sọ nǹkan lẹ́nu kó má back ẹ̀ up pẹ̀lú action. Àwọn tó ń ti àdúrà síwájú pé àdúrà ni àdúrà kan. Wọ́n ti mọ̀ ẹ́ pé even nísìn gan everywhere tí nígbà tó Wùmí nídìí àdúrà nísìn ó fẹ́ kó tẹ̀lé òun lọ sí show. Wọ́n ní family wà pẹ̀lú Wùmí agbèdání. Wọ́n ìgbà tí wọ́n ní àdúrà tẹ kinní fún Yomi Fábíyì tí Yomi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń papò wàhálà wọ́n yọ lọ́yà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ wọ́n ò bá sọ̀rọ̀. Nígbà tí wọ́n ní ìdí ẹ̀ nísìn wọ́n tún ti ní wọ́n máa jẹ́ kó perform ní Edis. Ṣèwọ́ débẹ̀ nísìn kó tiẹ̀ tún fún ní microphone gan-an ó di wàhálà kò lè sọ̀rọ̀. Nísìn it's true ṣèbí family nìyẹn ó kè é gbogbo àwọn Nigerians tí ò bá follow case yẹn ló.
Mr. Avengers.
Yeah, hello. I'm here. Hello.
Hey, sir, I just want to chip in something. Lórí ti QH radio sọ. Mo ń wúfà time yẹn ni ò jẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe kí ẹgbẹ́ kò sáré check in kí n sáré chip in. Ṣé rí ìgbà tí justice bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí wọ́n jáde I mentioned something. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mi ò tẹ̀mí jẹ. Mo sọ pé ó dàbí pé wọ́n ti fi ṣe àwọn Nàìjíríà kan máa ṣe owó ṣùkùṣùkù. Dá wáíwáí. Do you understand? Nísìnyí everybody sọ pé Baba Mohbad kò fẹ́ justice. Àwọn àdúrà wọn fẹ́ justice. When we stand up as a group. We didn't call Baba Mohbad. We didn't call Ebe Aloba. We said we want to fight it. Why are we now? That one for sentiment to see. Tani torí pé bàbá ò ṣe kí ni bàbá fẹ́ ṣe fún wa bẹ́ẹ̀. We've asked the government to bring this boy out, which is the deed. Now everybody want your war, and when they are not of your justice.
Bàbá ló máa bá wọn lọ arrest Wummi.
Ṣẹ́rí pé àní kan ṣe. Ṣẹ́rí pé àní kan ṣe. Torí wọn tí arrest Wummi. Ṣé ó mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe lábẹ́lẹ̀ àbí wọn ò mọ̀? Ṣé gbogbo nǹkan tó wà lábẹ́lẹ̀ ni bàbá máa gbé wá ta ni?
Àní bàbá ni wọ́n fẹ́ lọ arrest Wummi.
Bàbá lẹ́sẹ̀. Ẹ máa bú wọn. Bàbá yìí ṣe necessary things tó yẹ kó ṣe as a one man standing. Gbogbo wa ò dẹ̀ láàánú. Ẹ wo irú QH Trejo tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn. Bó ṣe ṣe pa Sunday Igboho náà nìyẹn. Ṣé understand? Wọ́n máa lo platform wọn láti fi rẹ́kì nǹkan tẹ́ ti gbé sókè. Báwo nìyẹn ṣe máa fi ọwọ́ ṣiṣẹ́, tá fi àágùn yẹn ṣiṣẹ́, tó wá dé time tó yẹ ká dúró tán tí gbogbo wọn wá ń fà á lẹ̀, tán yọ igi kúrò nínú, tán yọ igi kúrò nínú, ẹ rí pé nǹkan gbogbo ayẹ ká jókòó ká wò pé tó ń ṣe ájù ìṣe tó ń ṣe prayer fún gbogbo wa tó dùn àlẹ́yìn àwọn pípù yìí wọ́n gùdù gan. Kò wá sẹ́ni tó wà nú ẹ̀mí tó lè rí pé what is going on? Ogun pé kọ́ dáwọ́lé nǹkan ṣe understand kọ́ máa parí ẹ̀ nǹkan tó wà ní ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. Ìgbà tó ń ṣe ti Lekki or whatever ṣé mo gbé bọ́ ṣe nìdé náà ni ẹ̀kọ́ náà wọ́n kọ̀ dádúró ṣím. Kí ló rí mi gan? Ṣáwọn youth yìí ṣé wọn ò rórí ni? Wọ́n jáde wọ́n máa búra wọn. Búbú kọ́ láti ó nọ́mà kájà nú ẹ̀ ó nọ́mà. Ṣé understand? Bọ̀ yí pé ká wá dúró kẹ́yìn kan wá dúró àwọn alọ́ba wọn ò fẹ́ justice. Ṣé kí ni kí bàbá wa ṣe ń bẹ̀? Ẹ ti gbà sàn. Ó gbọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́wọ̀ pẹ̀lú ní ìkan láti fi ran bàbá yìí lọ́wọ́ ní kẹ́ẹ̀dìdé àti la fẹ́ ṣe é. Kì í ṣe pé ká máa wá eye service kí bàbá pè mí kí bàbá mọ̀ mí kí bàbá máa ṣe kékeré kan sí mi kí bàbá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ mélòó ni bàbá fẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ fẹ́ dorí máa náà rù ní. Wáì tí gbogbo wa ò rò ó kákan tó gbọ́kàn ṣe bákan ṣe bálabàla. Abíamọ ní ọ̀rọ̀ abíamọ náà àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan o àwọn kan láwọn àjà abíamọ làwọn jẹ́ kí abíamọ wo náà ń jà yìí. Ẹni tó bá dúró tó pin la máa gbàlà òun làwọn ará Wùmí wọ́n fi ìgbà mú wọn tó fi ń gbá wa. Ẹ tó wà nínú ilé 24 hours 48 hours wọ́n tún fún láwọ́ọ̀d. Kí ni gbogbo wa ń rò? Aláfa àwọn àbẹnú wẹ́rẹ́fà tó bá ń ṣáájú fún ọmọ gbé kúdòsì fún. Tí gbogbo wọn ò bá sùn ká yíra dáradára lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ká mọ̀ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Ká kàn dúró eléyà dé abú bàbá. Kí ni bàbá fẹ́ ṣe? Bàbá tí bàbá wà nulẹ̀ ni. Ṣé bàbá ó yẹ ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ dìde pé kọ́ ẹ̀zúmù Mohbad why tẹ́ à lè dìde with big voice àwọn 15 yẹn àti afẹ́kọ́ kó wọn fẹ́. Wùmí sẹ́ afẹ́kọ́ arrest ẹ̀ let us ignore this bàbá ẹ jẹ́ ká jàjà yìí. Kò wá sẹ́ni tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ nu wa. Ẹ wò ọlọ́run ṣáà.
Bàbá ẹ̀ ń sẹ́ni fọ́lẹ̀ mọ́. Sọ pé bàbá gẹ́gẹ́ according to them bí ẹni pé bàbá wọn sọ pé wọ́n tà sọ pé bàbá lọ pa Mohbad ni.
Bàbá tí ó kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń dá nǹkan ní bàbá yìí lórí. Nǹkan tó kàn nípa àwọn ará Èkìtì. Àwọn ará Èkìtì they are so stupid. I'm not sorry to say this. Wọ́n ò lè gbè lẹ́yìn ọmọkùnrin yìí. Kí ló dé? Ẹ̀yin aláṣọ àdúrà náà you are just dumb. You can't do anything. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi owó gún bàbá yìí lójú. Wọ́n débi kó sọ pé kó tún lọ bọ́ṣọ àdúrà ẹ̀ lẹ̀. Why? Gbogbo yín wá dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ wá ń wo bàbá yìí níran. Àdàbí abiyin o. Ẹ̀kọ́ tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ everybody àbí wá. Mi ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ wọ ẹ ṣe jà, I'm very upset.
Ìyá dáadáa tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ yín ṣe rí gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe yìí nǹkan tán fẹ́ kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ but wọ́n ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ kì í ṣe oníṣẹ́ àfẹni tó bá ṣe dópin nǹkan tán fẹ́ kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ní ṣe mọ̀ pé bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí bàbá ń sìn tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tí ò bá ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá alálùbáríkà táwọn bàbá tán dúró yìí tí gbogbo wọn ń fáìtì fún bàbá yìí tí wọ́n dúró pé ṣojú yín fọ́ ni irú nǹkan tí Wùmí lọ ṣe irú nǹkan tí Ìyábọ̀ ń ṣe irú nǹkan tí ìyá Mohbad ń ṣe ìríra tí wọ́n fẹ́ kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà nìyẹn pé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n bá ń jà fún Mohbad wọ́n fẹ́ kó máa rí yín lára kẹ́ lè jáwọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣó ti yẹ yín sí mà nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe nìyẹn bọ́tì bẹ̀rẹ̀ kì í ṣoníṣẹ́ ẹ ti fi tìyá Mohbad ẹ fi ti Késárì fún Késárì ni ti àdúrà ẹ fi sí ni ti bàbá ẹ tó dúró náà ni at least wọ́n ní tẹ̀yìn bá rojọ́ èèyàn burúkú náà kọ́ ló máa dà náà. Hello sir. Hello sir. Hello.
ẹ má bínú pé ìmọ̀ ọmọ owó gbà lọ́wọ́ ni mo ṣe pa.
èèyàn burúkú náà kọ́ ló máa dà gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí nísìn ìjọba ti gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wo bó ṣe ń lọ náà mo wá fẹjọ́ sùn yín nísìn ẹ kì í ṣe òpònú ẹ ṣáà máa tẹ gbọ́jọ́ tọ̀tún tẹ gbẹ́jọ́ tòsì ẹ ṣáà máa mọ nǹkan tẹ máa sọ lé lórí àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ so ibi tí wọ́n dé yìí ojú ló ń kàn wá ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tíjọba ò bá ti fẹ́ ṣe rádaràda náà ni wọ́n máa ṣe gbogbo ayé náà ló mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yìí ló simple jù bẹ̀tù ọwọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá ọwọ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wa ni gbogbo eléyìí ti wá mo máa sọ kinní kan pé ọ̀rọ̀ Timothy ṣó ti yẹn sí kì í ṣe pé Oríyọmí ló jàjà yẹn ṣe rí bàbá burúkú tí wọ́n ń pè ní falafala ọlọ́run tó bá wọn ṣe tí wọ́n ń pè yẹn àti pé tí wọ́n bá ti bí òun bá ṣe pé àwọn tó dúró pẹ́ ká máa dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ náà pé gbogbo ẹ̀yìn owó tí wọ́n dá tí wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n ti fi gba sant tó dáa kì í ṣe lọ́yà kó ẹ̀kọ́ ẹni wọ́n gbà ní ìsìn so ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wo bó ṣe ń lọ ìyá mi bó ṣe ń dun kálukú òun ni kálukú tún sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ká bá tún wò nígbàkejì ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wò ó ṣebí kan ni wọ́n ló gba justice níjẹta yìí ń sìn àbí nǹkan náà kọ́ ni ariwo gbogbo èyí tí kálukú sọ òun náà ló débi tó dé yìí wọn ò mọ̀ pọ́rọ̀ Mohbad máa débì gbogbo nǹkan tí Wùmí ń ṣe tàdúrà ń ṣe tí wọ́n ń ṣe wàláì wọ́n fẹ́ kó máa sọ everybody ní àti nǹkan tí ìyá Mohbad ń ṣe ó ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe so that àwọn èèyàn ò fi mọ sọ pé òkè mi ò tiẹ̀ ṣe mọ́ mi ò ṣe mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò ṣe mọ́ Ọlọ́run á tún gbá àwọn àmì náà dìde náà tí wọ́n ṣe.
mọ́mì wa ẹ odò ṣé torí ìyá Mohbad la ṣe wá sí kìnìún àbí torí ìyá àbí torí bàbá Mohbad we didn't come because of this family ẹni sùn ẹ má bínú mà we didn't come because of this family we stand up as a youth as one as with love we didn't come with this family. Shall understand? Because ẹ̀gbọ́n gbogbo wọn bú bàbá ìgbà tó ọkọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó tó di pa á rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Why tí gbogbo wa wá ní pé bàbá ta ọkọ búrí? Bàbá yẹn wá nìjẹ́ wá jọyìn wa. Ẹ wá wá fẹ́fẹ́ dàgbọ́ ẹrù yẹn ní bàbá yẹn lórí. Why tí bàbá ò lórí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dúró sí náà kọ́ làwọn mí ọwọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ inú nílẹ̀ mọ̀ ní ìsìn.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody ẹ máa gbọ́ everybody wá bèrè sí pé ká máa gba owó. Iṣẹ́ owó wo? Ẹni tó kú lánàá àbẹ̀ tó kú jẹ̀ta ẹ sọ fún mi. Ṣéṣẹ́ tó ṣe ṣọ́nà? Àwọn àtàwọn àbí tá à ń ṣe 7 nights 8 nights ṣáàtì àti ìmọ̀ kan tó bá pa á lọ́la mo wà nílé gbogbo àtẹ̀gbẹ́ àyà yẹn mú mi wá bí ṣe fẹ́ wúfà mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan pa kí ló ṣe mí láyà wọ́n ṣe torí nǹkan tí mò ń gbọ́ yìí I need to speak out pé kí ló dé èmi ò ní báwọn kúkú ọ̀wọ̀ọ̀wọ̀ náà mo láti lò ó ní pé I need to do something ṣe understand wọ́n wò pé kí ni gbogbo rádaràdà tẹ́ gbogbo wa ò lórí ni alórí tá à ń rò náà àjà fún bàbá àjà family lọ́ba family we are fighting for ourselves kọ́ má pa wá mọ́ nǹkan tí gbogbo wa ṣe nìyẹn wá ìta wa ń dírágì bàbá oníbàbà àwa ó yẹ ká máa bọ bàbá yẹn kí bàbá yẹn ṣe gbọ́n ìwà ni àwa ń dírágì àwa ń bu ẹ̀yin lẹ́ba lórí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀yin lẹ́ba ṣe ìtìrín ẹ̀yin lẹ́ba ló ń jẹun jù ẹ̀yin lẹ́ba ló fún yàn lójú kí ló kó wa pẹ̀lú láìsí bàbá yẹn ẹ fi bàbá yẹn síbẹ̀ yẹ káwa fáìtì kọ́ tá à ń fáìtì fún.
mọ́mí wa ẹ wo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tá a jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo kìíní ẹ wo root ẹ wo latismẹ́ ẹ wo tẹ́ni ọmọ ológo ẹ wo
tẹ́ni àwọn èèyàn ti wà ní fúlákà tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ ìsọ̀rọ̀ kan fún gbogbo wọn ti wà ní fúlákà.
mo kàn ń sọ ni ẹ wo
kí ẹ máa gbọ́ tẹ́ bá wo nǹkan tí Bukky Jesse ń sọ láti ilẹ̀ tẹ́ bá wò dáadáa Bukky Jesse sọ pé ní tìtọ́ ń bú òun ò fẹ́ go on the route of fracas ó yọ fracas Bukky wà ní fracas ó wá yọ fracas yẹn kò wá bá wọn ṣe fracas ó wá face kìíní pẹ̀lú gbogbo tẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ẹ wo gbogbo nǹkan tí ó yẹ kó gbé jáde gbàgá ìjà ìtúdúró tán àwọn táwa nìkan ṣe
ẹ sì mọ̀ káwọn tí wọn ò ní nǹkan ṣe náà ẹ wá kí ìṣirò jẹ yìí inú mi dùn ọ̀rọ̀
ẹ náà ẹ fi kí wọn ṣe kù yẹn ibi tó ń wà yẹn tó òun fẹ́ wọn wà òkè tó wà ní. àwọn táwa
náà mọ́mí wa ṣe mọ̀ kó tó jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ sí ìgbà tí wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá nation.
ó ṣe 24 hours lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì tó bá lẹ́bi
ìgbà tó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation bí bàbá burúkú kí ìṣirò jẹ yìí bó ṣe ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ní tẹ́ bá wà wí ẹ̀.
I don't want to just.
bó ṣe náà nìyẹn olóṣì èèyàn ni bó ṣe wà yẹn so Ọlọ́run máa yọ àlìkámà kúrò lára èpò náà ni ẹ̀yin àwọn tó bá ṣe àtàdúrà àti gbogbo rẹ̀ ìdájọ́ òdodo máa wá ìyá mi ó máa wá ó kàn rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó máa wá gbogbo àtìyá bàbá tí wọ́n kàn ń sọpọ́tì òun ló lọ mọ́ àwọn èèyàn dé ẹnìkan náà ṣáà ló máa dúró tẹ́yìn òní òkè ó dá ẹ mọ̀ nsó mo sọpọ́tì yín fún nǹkan tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn bá ti kí ni bàbá yìí tí wọ́n nà lágbègbè gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe yìí wọ́n fẹ́ẹ́ fi da gbogbo ẹ̀rú náà lẹ́rí àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n sọ pé ẹ lọ bá bàbá ẹ lọ ìṣẹ́ni tó yẹ kán fèsì Wùmí ṣe mọ̀ pé Wùmí ni gbogbo ayé fèsì tẹ́lẹ̀ so owó náà ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn tẹ́ẹ̀ tí ẹ expect ní ìṣe ẹ wo bí gbogbo wọn ṣe ń jábọ́ ẹ wo bọ́n ṣe ń jábọ́ táwọn náà dẹ̀ bímọ ṣé wọ́n jábọ́.
èèyàn ti fi ẹnu ara ẹ̀ sọ fún àbú ẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣe understand ó fi tí ara mi kọ́ kìíní ó ní àbú ẹ̀bẹ̀ sọ pé ó ti sọ ẹni tó lọ ọmọ fóònù ẹ wá gbọ́ kí wọ́n fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn tún sọ ẹ sọ fún mi tí ó bá ṣe pé gbogbo àwọn yúùtù yẹn pàápàá tó bá ṣe pé orí gbogbo wọn ti ṣí mọ́námọ́ná ṣe understand èèyàn ti sọ á ti rí nǹkan gíláàlè báyìí á ti rí ẹ wá di pé ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn jọ ó ṣe kí ni gbogbo wa rìn lè gbèdélé tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe kínní let us withdraw tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe ẹ dúró tá a bá tún gbé nígbè pé evidence ẹ máa tún láwọn kan tó tún máa dìde táwọn àti máa sọ gbà ẹ náà máa rántí pé ẹ tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí Júmì kan rí ẹ̀gùn apẹ́ ìtìrín kò ní ìwé ó dé ní ó ń dọ́kọ̀ olóko kiri ní nǹkan tẹ́ gbọ́ tó máa sọ pa mi nìyẹn and I don't fucking care ṣe understand ẹ jẹ́ ká fight kìíní ṣí ká fi pe bàbá yìí ẹ fi bàbá lẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká fi bàbá sílẹ̀ bàbá need advice we go to this bàbá ẹ jẹ́ ká wà gbé kìíní ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ibi tó ti lágbára àti gba lọ́ọ̀yà tó lẹ́nu lọ́ọ̀yà tó dáńtọ́ ṣé ní gbogbo àwọn yọ̀mí yẹn distraction gbogbo wọn wá fún wọn ti gbowó bùkà Ìyábọ̀ ló ṣiṣẹ́ fún gbogbo wọn yẹn láti ọkọ̀ mọ̀ ní tó fi la ẹ̀pọ̀n bolẹ̀ tó fi fà á sínú sákù.
ẹni tó bá lójú ológun wá ti mọ̀ pé Yọ̀mí Ìyábọ̀ ló ṣiṣẹ́ fún.
ẹ máa bọ́ ká máa ṣe mítì yẹn tó bí ó ṣiṣẹ́ ẹlẹ́gẹ lálálẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe kinní yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká fight kinní out ẹ jẹ́ ká fight kinní out tá a bá gbé voice wa ga ipe àwọn 7 àwọn 15 yẹn ọjọba láti arrest wọn sẹ́ẹ̀.
Wọ́n máa arrest wọn ẹ ṣe bí ẹgbọ́n tí Sansitu náà ti sọ wọ́n máa arrest wọn ṣàlẹ ó dàbí pé tó bá ń sọ gbogbo nǹkan yẹn síta èèyàn tún ẹ sọ fún yẹn pé ẹ̀ǹdílé lẹ fẹ́ gbà wọlé.
ọ̀rọ̀ tí kí radio sọ ló bí nínú nǹkan tó bí nínú.
ẹ má sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tí Kiss Radio ẹ̀yin náà ti mọ̀ nígbà Yorùbá Nation ẹ̀yin náà ti mọ̀ olóṣì èèyàn ní máa yẹn.
Let me say a few things. Thank you very much. You see this cause of justice. When it first started, the cause of justice started because of the way Mohbad was buried hastily, according to what people knew at that point. And people were not happy that Mohbad, that was ill and healthy 24 hours ago, suddenly became dead and was also buried as soon as he was announced dead. However, the game changed when Mohbad was exhumed, and Baba Mohbad refused to accept the contract of silence that was given to him by Tonto Dike, Wummi Adebanjo, and Iyabo Ojo. This contract of silence was what Iya Mohbad and Adura accepted that made them to went solo before they now top it up with them, for them with threat, spiritual tormentation, and some other thing. Be as it may, everybody at that point got to know that Baba Mohbad was innocent of all allegations leveled against him. And at that point, some of these people that today have become rebels against Babaloba and against the cause of justice were the first set of people that went to this man as helpers in order to get into his skin and got some secrets and got to know some things about him. And Babaloba at that point thought these were the people that wanted to help him. So he allowed them, he took them in, trusted them, taught them to his palace and then told them so many things because they came like angels. However, as time began to change, they started giving this man so many advices and all that. Do this, do that, do this. Come to my platform and stand up, sit down, run. Say, don't run. Eat, don't eat. Drink, don't drink. And at the point, the teachers, they now became so much more in thousands than the student. The student in this case now happened to be only Babaloba. And the teachers became like thousands. And this actually made Baba himself to become a bit disturbed. And he did not even know what to do at a point. And he now started to use his initiative. But as God will love it, some God-sent angels, like Bukit Jesse and some few other ones, they got in touch with him. And this Baba must have seen them as those people that were not pushing him around, that gave him freedom of expression and to decide what he wants to do. And he now saw their genuineness and their true dedication to the cause of justice. And he moved closer to them just because of who they are. However, those former ones that were once in touch with that Baba, controlling him, moving him around, shouting on him, telling him this is how you do it. When your child dies, this is what you should do. You know, they were teaching him as if they have lost all of their children before. And there was a way they did it before they got them justice. So they were giving Baba the same blueprint. They were acting like lecturers and professors in the cause of justice. Meanwhile, some of them have never lost a child. Some of them are just fortunate to have some change in their accounts. Some of them are actually working for the same mastermind of Mohbad's killing. Some of them have connections with the palace. Some of them are being planted to get in touch with that Baba by the main killer of Mohbad, by Baba Liam. You understand? That is why when some people, when you have an enemy, you know, if you go physically to that enemy will not accept to be his friend. What some people will do is to send another people with different identities to the same enemy to now act as friend. So whatever that enemy is planning against you, the enemy will tell his friends, and the enemy will not know that those his friends are also your own friends. So there will now be an intermediary between the enemy and you, and that intermediary will now be selling out all the information about the steps that your enemy wants to take to you, because you actually sent them to him. And that was what many of these idiots you see on social media today, castigating the man, that was the role they were playing. So it now became clearer that these people have ulterior motive. They are not actually interested in justice, but to actually to destroy justice. And that's why when you look at these people like One with Devil, Light Off, Dokem, Tenyomolofo, and all this array of useless people in G4M, one would have thought maybe they wanted justice, but they never wanted justice. They only wanted the control. They really wanted the accolade, and they wanted to be controlling that Baba. Perhaps maybe they were hiding the royalties, because that was why that universe brought Bankole and shit, or wanted to bring Bankole and shit. It was because of the royalties. So some of them were already dividing the royalty. They were sharing the royalty with that Baba. Even when the royalty has not been given to him, they have shared the royalty in their own mind, that at least with what you have done for this Baba, if they give him this is how much we collect, this is how much we do. That's what they were doing. But the game has changed. Those that are ready to play these rules of justice selflessly, without expecting nothing in return, God has sent them to that man. And they are not asking for anything in return. They are ready to work selflessly to make sure that justice is served. And you will not see them pushing this man around, because this man now has a mind of his own. So it is because of these differences between those that were once with that Baba and those that are with that Baba now. It is what is playing out today And the palace is not resting in also making sure that it destroys justice for Mohbad on the social media. When you look at all these hosts that you mentioned, most of them, they have collected huge sum of money. They don't even know the source of the money. They know they are not in touch with Wummi, but they don't know there's a third party that is also working for the palace and working for Wummi, and they are collecting money regularly from these people. And when you ask them, they will say, me, I don't know PS now. Me, I don't know the king now. Me, I don't know the Wummi now. I've not collected any money from them. But you are collecting money from some people that are fronting for this same killers of Mohbad, and you say you have not collected money. And as soon as you collect money, they will give you a new agenda. Go for that Baba. Make sure you stand against him. Make sure you castigate him. Make sure you disparage him. Make sure that nobody sees anything good in him. You are destroying his personality on social media. And what will be their goal? The goal is to discredit him, and that man they are discrediting now happens to be the only one in the whole family looking for justice for Mohbad. Under normal circumstance, the justice is not a respecter of any family member. It is the duty of the government to make sure that a suspect or suspect in the case of murder case face the long and short arms of the law, the rod of the law. But what do you have in justice for Mohbad? Someone who said, I'm not interested in justice for Mohbad. All of them, their body language showed that they are not interested. Even Sanchitu said in the last corona that he was disappointed in DPP's stand so far that represent the state in corona court, because they never ask any question, because it is none of their business, just because they know who killed Mohbad. And the same thing is what is playing out with all these useless hosts in G4M and their brainless and zombie followers. They know that Baba is the only problem they have. They know that Baba is the only one that is giving Wummi, because the government, the king, sleepless nights in justice for Mohbad. They know he's the only one that has not been conquered, that is still shouting, justice, 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 justice. So their plan is to defeat him, is to bring him down so that his voice will not be heard anymore. And that's why they will keep going all out for him. That is why anything that happens in their life, they will blame Babaloba for it. Anything that happens in their family, they will blame Babaloba for it. That is why when some people died, they said it was justice for Mohbad that actually caused their death. So people that have died in Nigeria now, it is justice for Mohbad that caused their death. That is how shallow, that is how hateful these wicked people are against that Babaloba. So don't be surprised if they keep putting that Baba under the train at every second. They are paid to do so. So when you see QHD saying rubbish, when you see Jokem saying rubbish, do not be surprised. They are being paid in one way or the other to do the nonsense they did. Like this platform, the likes of Wummi and the rest of them were the one that destroyed Lati's platform. They were the one that were paying Lati, that are still paying him to do whatever he's doing. And that is why they are encouraging him. Because they have seen him to have no soul. He has no price. He has no value. Only money can destroy his life. And that's why they are giving him the money. And all of them like that. So they know what they are doing. They are being paid to do whatever they are doing. So when you see them gunning for him, don't be perturbed. Baba is asking for justice, is looking for justice, and there's nobody today that will be looking for justice for Mohbad and we say the Baba is an anti-justice. It means that person himself is an anti-justice and is among the killers of Mohbad. In this case, you cannot be having, what name of this guy? The one that happened in Osun State. Timothy. You cannot be having the case of Timothy. It's quite different from Timothy. The killer of Timothy was not in the family. So it was easy for them to come together. But the killer of Mohbad is in the family. So what do you expect? It will be hard for them to come together, especially when Yadura and Adura, they really want to take over the fortune of their son or of their brother. They thought Wummi was a fool and he will allow them to take over the fortune of Mohbad. They never knew that Wummi was playing them. And Wummi will keep on playing them until they will find themselves in Lagoon. So you don't expect the whole family, like this idiot are saying, the family are not coming together. Do you expect Wummi that killed Mohbad to now come together and say she wants justice? Is it possible? Is it possible? Do you expect Mohbad that they told to bring and hold plot of Mohbad for them to avert the danger that was looming over him and went on to bring another cloth? Do you expect the person that was talking that they should give a bastard to Mohbad and let them accept it as their grandchild because of properties? Do you expect her to play along and seek for justice? So you cannot expect them to be saying like they are united. So anybody that did not say because the family is not united, that's why they cannot give justice to Mohbad, that person is sick in the brain. There's nothing that concerns justice with either family is united or not. It is a total fallacy. It is a lie from the pit of hell that justice is a respecter of maybe family is united or family is not united. We have seen cases of a father killing their children and father will go to jail. We have seen cases of brother killing his sister. The brother will go to jail. We have seen cases of mother killing the child. The mother will go to jail. Justice does not respect family. So it's not about the unity of their family that makes justice to be this difficult. We have power that is behind the killing of Mohbad. And those are the people that are paying these moves and these useless fellows to do the nonsense they are doing justice for Mohbad. I just want us to clear it. The Baba is doing his best as humanly possible to make sure that justice is given to his son. And only enemy of justice will stand against that Baba. Because if that Baba is gone now, how will you get justice? Because the government is not interested. Police said our hands are tied. So who is going to fight for the justice? Or this useless public that are ready to sell the justice before you say Jack? Are they the one that will not fight for the justice? These people that keep collecting money up and down, that keep begging for money up and down. These people that have no integrity, they have no passion. They are looking for what to eat. Are they the one that will not start fighting for the justice? These useless fellows. So that is why the justice like this, nobody wants justice more than the father. And if the father does not want justice today, and he wants to bury Mohbad, he will go and bury him. And high vengeance, I will go home. And that's why I say, whatever the father does, I'll support him. If he says it's over, then it is over. Anybody that's not saying, no, we will continue to fight it, even when they bury Mohbad, that person is very stupid. The person that they have not buried, the government of the day refused to give him justice. So it is now when he's buried that Sanwo-Olu or Lagos State government will now give him justice. They must be mad in their brain for thinking like that. That's just what I want to say. Thank you very much. So you can carry on, please. Anybody that wants to speak. You're welcome. We just need to explain things to us.
Yeah, General Vengeance. All I know is that by the special grace of God, Mo is going to get justice through law. If the present governor is paying us no mind and is less interested, probably because of the people that were involved are kind of directly or indirectly connected with him, his term will be over. Another governor will come. And I'm very, very, very interested. They are very, very interested in this issue. But just because they might be working on the ground, just if his own tenure passes away, like if his own tenure ends, another person will come up. And I'm very sure that he will get justice because it's so glaring. It's so glaring that whatever that end his life happens right inside the house. And how can someone's life end inside the house and people are residing in the house and none of them is being interrogated, taken in separately, interrogate them separately and get the facts from them? That means there is something, there is something that is hidden. And he said he is mole. Ṣé ẹ ti rẹ́ni tó fọwọ́ bo ẹni tí ó fi ọwọ́ bo ògo òṣùpá àbò fọwọ́ bo ògo òrùn? You cannot cover light. Light will surely shine forth. And because of that, he is going to get justice because he said he is light. He is light. No matter what, no matter how, they try to cover it. You see, if you look at the way this whole thing is being played and is playing out, as soon as they thought that everything is over, from one way or the other, something will start erupting again. As soon as they think that everything is over, one way or the other, there will be light somewhere. When the pathologist came and he said the cause of death, blah, 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 and then the driver came, he said the thing that happened inside the house. You know? The Bible says when all hope is lost, Jesus will arise. And he said at the end of the tunnel, there will surely be a light. We are going through tunnels right now. We are going through Bukky Jesse had already said it. He said it's going to be a bumpy journey. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's going to be very, very bumpy. Although it looks so straight, the case looks so straight, although the case looks so, what am I going to say? It looks so, it looks so straight. It looks so easy. It looks so easy. It looks like as if we are going to get justice right now. But at the end of it, we'll find out that there's a blockage. But at the end of it, there must surely be a light. And all those people that are sitting, on the ends of this justice, for us not to reach attain this justice, when it's time for him to do his work, when it's time for God to manifest and do whatever he knows how to do this, he will turn all their hands down. He will give them, he will definitely give them something that's when they he will give them unresolved circumstance, unresolved problems. So now then we'll get our justice. Look at the children of Israel. I'm just using it as a point of as one way or the other to encourage us. When all hope was lost, they thought they are going to drown. They thought the Egyptians would kill them. At the end of the day, the Lord parted the Red Sea and they walked through. We will definitely get to our destination. He is going to get justice. He will get justice, and he has been the only one and only one person that people has been look at for almost 2 years now. It's still like fresh, like it's just happening yesterday. It's still as fresh as if it's just happening yesterday. Like if you come online, you will think, what am I going to say again? It's always been one thing or the other all the time. We keep repeating the same thing, but it keeps coming fresh. Like the word of God is always fresh. When you pick it up, somebody else will interpret it the other way. The other person will put it the other way. And it's becoming fresh and it's enlightening people. It's opening people's eyes. A lot of people doesn't know the rudiments of this. Look at the same person that came onto your this thing, and I think we should order. Somebody that came onto your platform and was like, what are all these things? What are you guys talking about? You see? Can you believe that in this 21st century, some people can still be this dumb? After all this, I don't blame this person because but even when they say Jesus Christ is coming, some people are still doubting that Jesus Christ really died on the cross. So look at the likes of the people. And when it comes to the other platforms that are falling, they are not in for justice in the first place. They are there for content. They just want content. They want people to come to their platform. They want to entertain people. They are not there to fight justice. They are not there to fight justice. When it's like this corona inquest has shut down, now there's no more content. They started looking. It's like when Moses went on the mountain and people were waiting. They don't know what to do. His people were confused. They started bringing their jewelries and everything. They molded it together. They started serving another god. You know, without knowing that Moses is going to come down. That was what happened when the corona inquest shut down for the time being. People started looking for content. They started looking for content. What are we going to talk about? Then, instead of hold on, Ejo, 1 second. Please, let me quickly take this call. Hello? Elder. Anything. Yeah, sorry about that.
Take away.
So Odogu bá gbé gèǹde wá fún wọn, gbogbo wọn bá tẹ́wọ́ gbà Odogu Odo tí wá Odo ṣòdògún sí o. Kò ṣòdògún mọ́ tí wá di Odo ń gúnyán. Odo tí wá ń gúnyán báyìí kò ṣe Odogu mọ́. Because right now Odogu want to get lawyer in Lagos. Odogu want to go and get lawyer in Abuja. How can you fight justice? Behind the parents of the disease, and especially the father that is standing up to fight for justice. She knows everything that happened. She knows everything that happened, and she's trying to say, instead of these two, instead of Adura and Darosha to go down, I better just stand up and let everything just go. I don't want to lose these people, but for the rest of her life, she will not have peace because the time she's supposed to stand to fight for her son, she couldn't stand. She will continue. The only thing that will kill somebody, one thing that kills someone fast is you not getting closure. That closure, you saw the person, and the person is running with your things, and you're calling people, please help me, or you're not calling me, you're just watching the person is just juggling away with your belongings. You will continually to think about it. This person, who the Jamilole, and he went free. Your mind will not be at rest. Baba want a closure. And if they cannot deny him that closure because he deserves to know he's a Nigerian. Mohbad is a Nigerian. If it was abroad, we cannot overemphasize this, that if it was abroad, everybody that is inside the house will be interrogated and they will be taken in. And during this whole thing, we are not supposed to be solving this criminal whatever on social media. The police, if they are done their due diligence, by now the culprits will have been taken in and everybody will rest. But they are going like this. Could it be that his wife, which is Wummi, Ṣé orí ẹ̀ ó ju títí Mohbad lọ ni? I don't get it. Is her head better than Mohbad's head? I mean, let's turn the table around. If it was her that this happened to, what would have happened to Mo? They will let him go, or they will walk around it like the way they are walking around it. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Someone who needs to step up and do what is right. His leadership is now becoming a leadership of non-justice. It's a leadership that does not give people justice. When people are crying, look at what happened at the toll gate. Up to today, one remote learning. Why? I mean, why? Just do this, just do one, and let them have this record that you wear. You stood and you seek justice for this family of Alaba. This is a man that struggled through to take care of his children single-handedly. It's so windy outside. Hold on, please. Somebody, let me mute. I will call back. I will talk back in a minute. Please, let me mute. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. You know, just do this and let us put this in your record that you, this one, no, somebody gave us justice. Look at this. Look at the Sylvester's case. Look at what they did. Look at what they did. And now the mother, maybe because the mother didn't get closure to the death of his son, it affected her. And now she's, she passed away. Look at the one in the BLT. Look at that same one that killed his boyfriend in the hotel. If that one was in the prison for one time or the other, and the next thing was that inside the prison, she won me this whatever inside prison. We were doing beauty competition or whatever competition. I mean, how can we be living like this? How can they be running this country like this? River Niger. People, things are happening and people are not getting closure. People are dying. People's property have been taken illegally and they're not getting closure. And you guys don't even know that there's something that is called karma. If Baba Mo refused to say it, if he stopped talking today, at that below Mama Ja, he's still talking because he still wants closure. But at the time he stopped talking, he's just elect that one. I don't know what you call it. What do they call a lead in English language? Is what will be fighting. Even Mohbad will not rest because this guy is looking for justice. He's actually looking for justice. Anybody that knows, he has said it. Because he knows that he's going to get justice. So, our governor, Sanwo-Olu, you have to do the needful. Do the needful by giving this guy justice that he deserves. He does not deserve to die. He deserves to live. Even the other day, there was a video of him that went viral that said, please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. He's always been fighting against this death thing. And they brought him and took him and brought even inside his own house. Inside his own house. General Avengers, I heard you when you were saying, what's his name? This guy that they killed in Osun State. Adegoke's case was different. Adegoke's case was not different. It wasn't different. It's not like it's not the same, but it's a little bit, you know. If the wife, if Moba's wife, as in Wummi, stood to say, I want justice for my husband. And if Mama Mohbad said, I want justice for my son, that means if they don't know anything about it, they will get justice. And then father, rather than fighting against the father. It's not the power that be, it's that the home is divided. It's divided. It's that the people that knew what they know about the buying of Mo, they are keeping quiet and they don't want to talk. They don't want to expose. Even those other people that are living in the house, they are looking at one or two person, looking at Wummi, looking at Adura, say, if these people are not talking, she minimum sorrow. You guys will talk because I know that one or two or three of you guys you don't have peace of mind. You don't just know how to channel it. But I pray today that God will give you a way to channel it so that you will bring light to this situation. And as soon as you bring light to this case, your light will shine too. But since you guys are dimming the light of this case, your light will continue to be dimmed. Because you guys are giving everybody tension. You are just like people are worried. People are coming up more and more because they're like, what a simple case. How can they not solve it? This is just so easy for even 5-year-old can solve this case. The only thing is that you guys just open channel for rogues, people like Yomi and Co, to come and start embezzling justice seekers, all in the name of what? 3-second video and all whatnot. So I'm not for a show because I know definitely I'm very, very definite that whatever they do, nobody is going to get justice. Continue to cover it. He has called himself light, and I'm very sure that his light will shine forth. His light will shine forth. All those other people that are deviating, they are just side attractions. They came to grab content so that they can remain relevant on social media. They didn't come to fight true justice. They are just looking for relevancy. They are looking for something to talk about. They are looking for people to come to their platform and then talk and then say something, and then their names will be heard. That's what they are looking for. They are not looking for justice. They are not true justice fighter. So I just want to mute my mic. Thank you very much. Eshegoni, God bless you. General Vengeance.
Yeah, how you want you? Yeah, that's how I'm sure. I'll do that sorrow.
Thank you, Gladiator. If anybody wants to speak, you can carry on, please. Thank you. Adeniran. Does Adeniran want to say anything? No. All right. Because I'm gonna get quite busy, and it seems nobody wanna say anything much again. Okay. Mr.
Please help us play Baba music, please.
Yeah, give me a few minutes.
Okay.
I'll get it.
You need to have this app on your phone.
That's the one you.
Ayé inú àlè o, ènìyàn àbẹ̀dín àyàn, mo ráyè mo sáfáyé, kábíyèsí rẹ̀ olódùmarè. Ta ni kí a gbẹ́kẹ̀lé o, ta ni kí a sìn o, ta ni kí a kíra fún o, ta la bá bọ̀ o. Òrìṣà kúnlẹ̀ bọ̀ kò tún sí lẹ́yìn Elédùmarè. Jésù látóbi jù, ọba tí kì í ṣàṣetì. Mo ṣèlérí àmúṣẹ, ó kọkùn àṣì fún ọ. Má ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé ṣù, ó jẹ́ alárékérekè. Ó ṣoore fún ọ, ó fi jẹ́ pàkúté fún ẹni. Gbogbo omi fún ni, á fi béèrè ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́la. Ó yọ pé lójú ẹni, á fi tójú méjèèjì lọ. Paramọ́ lọ́rùn, kí bàbá fàyè ẹ̀ dára torí òun ni alára tó ju gbogbo alára. Ta ni kí a fọ tọ̀tàn o, ta ni kò ṣe o? Ta ni kí a sọ àṣírí wa fún láyé o? Ṣàlàyé fún Jésù, ọ̀rẹ́ máa finú hàn fẹ́niyàn. Ènìyàn ṣòro ọ̀rẹ́.
Ah, God, I beg. It's okay like this. My people. Like I off this thing. Yeah. Oh, wow.